Southern Ohio High School football on Classic Rock 107.5 The Breeze. It's homecoming night in McDermott, where the Northwest Mohawks are getting set to entertain the Minford Falcons in a Southern Ohio Conference Division II contest. I'm Chuck Greenslade along with Matt Payton. We will Ocean pregame show. SOM introduce the redesigned practice of podiatry into a single comprehensive office. These key specialties work together to deliver coordinated, patient-centered care. By streamlining services, we aim to enhance communication among providers, improve continuity of care, and offer an elevated experience for our patients. SOMC Orthopedic Associates, comprehensive care for a body in motion. Call 740-356-1709 to schedule an appointment. It's always great to come out to Roy Rogers Field, completely redesigned and remodeled a few years back, a gorgeous facility. And Matt, tonight we see a couple of 500 ball clubs, both 2-2, entering this game that have certainly produced some positive moments at various different times throughout the course of this season. This should be a really good matchup.
Looking at it on paper, I think we have a battle of two really solid teams, and this is that breaking point. Which team's going to kind of come out of here and really use the momentum from this game to finish out the rest of the conference schedule? And I'm really interested to see the two varying styles of these two ball clubs and see which one wins out tonight.
Northwest loves to ground and pound for the most part, but they have shown signs of being able to pass very successfully this year. The Minford Falcons, they love to take the ball and put it in flight. When your mascot's the Falcons, that only makes good sense, right? Let's talk a little bit more about these two programs. The Northwest Mohawks are coached by Bill Crabtree. He's in his 7th season guiding his alma mater. He has a 35-30 overall record, and in 3 playoff appearances, the Mohawks have gone 1-3 in postseason play. Northwest went 6-4 a season ago. Both of these teams compete in Division 5, Region 19, and again, both are members of the Southern Ohio Conference Division 2. Here's what Northwest has done so far this season. The Mohawks opened up the year with a 42-19 loss at Piketon. That game was close for the longest while until the Red Streaks pulled away late. Then Northwest reeled off back-to-back wins. First in week 2, Northwest prevailed over Greenfield McLean 46-24, and a week later, the Mohawks were triumphant over Chesapeake 42-41. Last week, Northwest had a setback falling at Wheelersburg 35-0, but that score is a little misleading as well, as that game was pretty close deep into the second half. The Mohawks are unbeaten here on their home turf. Looking at Northwest stats entering tonight, Jake Brown is the quarterback. He has completed 37 of 65 passes for 476 yards and 7 touchdowns, only 1 interception. Brown is also the top rusher for Northwest. He has carried the ball 38 times for 347 yards and 5 TDs, and get this, he is averaging over 9 yards per carry, 9.1 to be exact. Ethan Ferguson is also a very solid ball carrier for Northwest. He is the second leading rusher. He has 204 yards and a touchdown entering tonight's game. Northwest was the winner of this contest a season ago out in Minford, 35-14. Speaking of the Minford Falcons, like Northwest, the Falcons are 2-2 entering tonight's game. Jordan Michael is in his 2nd season guiding the Falcons program. He is 3-11 as head coach. The Minford Falcons opened up their 2025 campaign with a 34-13 loss to Rock Hill, and then followed that up with a 21-14 win at Chesapeake. In week 3, Minford fell to Eastern Pike, the 3-time reigning SOC1 champs, 48-42. And last week, Minford bounced back with a 29-6 win at Oak Hill. Curtis Glenn is the quarterback. He has thrown for 995 yards already on the season, well on pace for 2,000 yards. He has tossed 8 TDs to just 3 interceptions. He's completed 55 of his 95 passes. We know Kurt Glenn from football last season and from basketball the last couple years. When you hear the old expression, tougher than a pine knot, that exemplifies Kurt Glenn. He is one tough kid. Rushing the ball, the leading ball carrier is, to no one's surprise, the quarterback, Curtis Glenn. He has 379 yards on 63 carries, 4 touchdowns. He averages 6 yards per pop. Peyton Cottle averages just over 7 yards a carry, and Ty Borland just over 7 yards per carry as well. The top receiver is Carter Frazee. He has 19 receptions for 160 yards. Peyton Cottle has 7 catches for 149 yards and a couple of scores. The leading touchdown receiver is Wyatt Swick, 4 touchdowns, also the leader in yardage, 17 receptions for 509 yards. Wyatt Swick has big play capability. He averages nearly 30 yards per catch. And there's a couple good kickers on Minford's roster as well. Mason Bradley and Ty Borland have both done good things. Bradley's 4 for 5 on extra point tries. Borland's a perfect 3 for 3 on his extra point tries. So you mentioned contrasting styles. Minford likes to throw the ball. Northwest likes to run. That will be an interesting storyline. And looking at their schedules, only one common opponent, Chesapeake. Both picked up wins. The Northwest win over the Panthers in week 3 was by 1 point, a high-scoring affair, again 42-41, while Minford's win over the Panthers was in week 2. It was a little bit more low-scoring, and by 7 points, 21-14 was the final in that one. As we said, to bring this conversation full circle, on paper, this looks like a really nice matchup, Matt.
And like I said, it really does. My biggest thing is how quickly the changes happen at Minford, because usually when you get a new coach, and he's somebody who wants to implement a new system, sometimes it takes a year or two. Actually, it probably takes about 2 or 3 years to really get the full buy-in. Chuck, they're going to lose averaging, like, what, there are 4 games now, almost 1,000 yards passing a game, or 1,000 yards in those 4 games. That's a lot of passing yards just alone. They can definitely go up and down the field. And that's what it reminds me of his teams he had at Fairland when he was a player there at Fairland. He's kind of got that same model. Well, he's got some great athletes. And even better, what's amazing, he's got a guy like Peyton Cottle, who literally came out, I think, a week or 2 before football season started. Granted, he's a track star. He's gone to state all 3 years in track and 100 meter. You have that type of speed on the outside, just give him the ball and give him some face and see how fast he goes.
And remember him a couple years ago, he was a starting quarterback for Minford, and he broke loose on a couple big runs here on this field.
Exactly. So, I mean, you got a guy who just came off, you know, this is first year back in 2 years. You had that type of playmaker on ready with Curtis Glenn, Ty Borland, Swick kid. I mean, they have weapons everywhere. The problem is they got to get some stops. And that's what's going to be the interesting part. They want to go. They want to make quick games. They want to get this up and down the field. Northwest on the other side, let's make this thing go as slow as possible. And I tell you what, they got a lot of big bodies who can make that happen. They have a huge offensive line, very big, very strong, and I expect them to, if the winner of this game tonight will basically come down to time possession. And I think that's going to be the big thing. If it comes down to Northwest having a lot of time possession, they'll win the game. But if Minford can get some stops, get that game going up and down, this might be a long night for the Mohawks, but it also could be a long night for the Falcons if Northwest gets their way if the ground and pound.
Good breakdown, Matt. That's the Counseling Center's keys to success for both of these ball clubs tonight. For 45 years, the Counseling Center has established itself as the region's leader in behavioral health care, providing everything from substance abuse disorder treatment to mental health counseling, primary care, youth therapy, vocational development, and even job placement services. The Counseling Center employs over 600 people, caring employees who believe that every human deserves help. We all know someone. The people at the Counseling Center want to help them, and since 1980, that's exactly what they've been doing. Learn more online at thecounselingcenter.org. Give them a call at 740-354-6685. We'll talk much more about this game and the coaching staffs and the coaching differences between Jordan Michael at Minford and Coach Bill Crabtree at Northwest as our pregame coverage continues. We'll also take a look at other games taking place around this area tonight on this week 5 evening of high school football, already to the halfway point of regular season play. It sure goes by quick. Minford at Northwest tonight. That's our matchup for you. Stay with us as our coverage continues. This is the SOMC Sports Motion pregame show on Classic Rock 107.5 The Breeze. We're back in 3 minutes.
High school football on this Total Media Group station is presented by Portsmouth Block and Portsmouth Building Supply, People's Bank, the Real Estate Gallery, Conley Trucking and Conley River Terminal, the Scioto County Career Technical Center, Carpenters Local Union 437, the Glockner family of dealerships, Gamps John Deere and Convenience Store, SOMC, Portsmouth Insurance, Monroe's Frame and Collision, the McKinley Funeral Home, as well as call your companies. When in the market for retaining wall block, visit Portsmouth Block. Portsmouth Block manufactures several types of retaining wall block, including a brand known as Keystone Compact 3 Regency. Loved by those who buy it and install it, Keystone Compact is trusted by architects, engineers, and contractors around the world, as it artfully delivers a beautiful pattern, both gorgeous and efficient. Visit Portsmouth Block at 2700 Gallia Street in Portsmouth and look for Keystone Compact retaining wall block manufactured right in Portsmouth. Online at portsmouthblock.com.
Since 1937, the McKinley Funeral Home has been there for families in a most stressing time of need. They've been there with their comfort and understanding, and the McKinley Funeral Home will continue to serve area families with a commitment even deeper than before. Call the McKinley Funeral Home and talk with their friendly, knowledgeable staff, always willing to go that extra step in making sure you're well pleased. That's the McKinley Funeral Home, located on U.S. Route 23 in Lucasville.
Phone 740-259-2481.
Hi, I'm Nancy Hawk, the owner of Real Estate Gallery. I'm inviting you to contact any of our professional realtors for all of your real estate needs, or visit our website at realestategallery.com. Real Estate Gallery Incorporated, Portsmouth and Wheelersburg.
Real Estate Gallery, we'll be there every step of the way. Real Estate Gallery.
Josie and Carly and all the gang at Conley Trucking and the Conley River Terminal wish the best to our local athletes. In business since 1975, Conley Trucking will do both commercial and residential work, hauling everything from gravel to grain. The next time you need fill, dirt, or limestone, contact Conley Trucking and the Conley River Terminal. Phone 740-776-7634. For a quote, email conleytrucking@frontier.com. And again, Josie and Carly wish all area athletes the best of luck. Haley Sanders is a senior band member from Green who is in the child care program at the Scioto County Career Technical Center. Haley, what do you like about the Scioto County CTC and your program?
It really helps me learn to deal with kids and helps me prepare for the future.
And what are your plans for after high school?
To be in special education teacher.
The Scioto County CTC, a proven past for building a better future.
Tonight, the Northwest Mohawks will entertain the Minford Falcons in a Southern Ohio Conference Division II varsity football game. I'm Chuck Greenslake, flanked alongside Matt Payton, and we are live at Roy Rogers Field in McDermott, where it is homecoming night. This is the SOMC Sports Motion pregame show. Got a lot of football on tap for tonight around the area. On Mix 99.3, what a showdown in Lucasville, where the Valley Indians are getting set to host the Wheelersburg Pirates. That game is being video streamed by our friends at Cool TV. Both 4-0, a key clash out of the SOC2. Getting set to go down in Lucasville tonight. On Fox Sportsmouth 95.7 FM this evening, you can hear Coach Bruce Cobb's Portsmouth Trojans take on the Coal Grove Hornets. Elsewhere around the area, the Green Bobcats will visit Belpre. Eastern Pike will entertain Southern Megs. The West Senators will travel to Waverly. South Gallia will visit Oak Hill. The Gallia Academy will be in Proctorville to face the Fairland Dragons. Rock Hill will visit South Point. Chesapeake will host Grandview Heights. Jackson will play at Ironton. Wellston will visit Albany Alexander, and Piketon will play at Unioto. Elsewhere in Southern Ohio this weekend, the Notre Dame Titans will be in action tomorrow at Spartan Municipal Stadium, hosting Shady Side. Last night in Kentucky high school football, Boyd County was a winner over Fairview 49-0. Tonight in the Bluegrass State, Ashland will visit Russell. Greenup County will go to Flemingsburg to face Fleming County. West Carter will be in Grayson to take on East Carter, and the Raceland Rams will host Newport Central Catholic. Tonight, it is Minford at Northwest. Stay with us as the SOMC Sports Motion pregame show rolls along. We're back in 3 minutes.
Why does a church exist? This is Pastor Ryan Brown for the Calvary Baptist Church, and I'd like to reveal to you that our church exists to bring people to Jesus Christ, to tell them of a Savior who loves them and gave his life for them on the cross at Calvary, conquered death, rose up from the grave, and nations about this person named Jesus. Christ at Calvary Baptist Church.
The Glockner family of dealerships offers the top brands Chevrolet. Glockner has an amazing selection of new and pre vehicle included on qualifying used makes and models. Credit issues? No problem. Glockner Auto Credit will finance your future, not your past. Shop online at Glockner.com. At Glockner, we make it easy.
A remodel can be exciting like a walk down the red carpet, or it can be exciting like right. Consult with a Waypoint Living Spaces dealer designer. They will work with you to determine your style and deliver exactly what you had in mind. On time, on budget, easy.
Tri-State Kitchens at 8516 Ohio River Road, Wheelersburg is your local Waypoint Ball on this Total Media Group station. Is presented by Portsmouth Block and Portsmouth Building Supply, People's Bank, the Real Estate Gallery, Little's Septic Service, Little's Grease Trap Removal, Little's Excavating, and Mr. Rooter Plumbing. The Counseling Center, Clark's Pump and Shop, First State Bank, the Minford IGA, Westside IGA, and Westside Hardware, Appalachian Marketing Media, and Dyer Insurance.
Hello, this is Megan Martin, Banking Center Manager at First State Bank. At First State Bank, we believe that when we build up our customers, our communities, and each other, we can make a lifelong difference. When you bank with us, you're supporting the local coffee shop down the street, a young couple's first home, and the community you live in. Stop in at our Portsmouth Banking Center or visit our website at fsb4me.com. That's FSB4me.com. First State Bank, built on belief. Member FDIC.
Visit your local groceries, the Minford IGA and Westside IGA, as well as Westside Hardware. At the Minford and Westside IGAs, you'll find full-service delis with fresh-cut Angus beef and daily lunch specials. The Westside IGA offers up an incredible 18-inch pizza special, which provides a 2-topping 18-inch pizza, a bag of chips, and a 2-liter, all for just $19.99. Right beside the Westside IGA is Westside Hardware. They've got all kinds of tools and fasteners, as well as an extensive amount of items pertaining to automotive, carpentry, plumbing, and heating and air. The Minford IGA, Westside IGA, and Westside Hardware open 7 days a week. On the Esplanade Laser Center and Medical Spa in Portsmouth knows that looking better makes you feel better. On the Esplanade offers body contouring, numerous skin services such as microneedling and chemical pills, as well as Botox and Juvederm injections. Plus, On the Esplanade has Obagi skincare products, among others. Let On the Esplanade Laser Center and Medical Spa help you look your best. Visit On the Esplanade, 813 Gallia Street, Portsmouth, and follow On the Esplanade on Facebook. The Carpenters Local Union 437 is actively seeking apprentices and journeyman carpenters. Your pay is based on your experience, but you'll start out earning a good living wage with health care and pension. The Carpenters Union takes an earn-as-you-learn approach to their apprenticeship, ensuring you earn a good living wage with benefits for your family right from the start. And every apprentice will graduate with an associate degree. To learn more about joining your local Carpenters Union, contact Trampus Puckett at Carpenters Local 437. Phone 740-354-7518.
You're listening to High School Football on Classic Rock 107.5 The Breeze. Tonight, the Northwest Mohawks will host the Minford Falcons. I'm Chuck Greenslate along with Matt Payton, and we are just about set to meet tonight's starting lineups, which are a service of Valerie Ford, located on US 23 in Waverly. Valerie Ford. All roads lead to Valerie Ford. Shop your next Ford online at ValerieFord.com. Wings. On the defensive side of the football, the defensive line consists of Aiden Armbrister, Thatcher Webb, Carter Lute, and Jackson Powell. The linebackers are Ethan Ferguson, Dominic Stone, and Landon Hodge. And in the secondary will be Austin Smith and Carson Christian at the corners, and the safeties are Jake Brown and Nate Fry. Those are your Northwest starting lineups. Starting for the Minford Falcons tonight at quarterback will be Curtis Glenn. Ty Borland is the running back. The receivers are Peyton Cottle, Wyatt Swick, and Carter Frazee. Colt Donahoe is the tight end, and on the offensive line will be Taylor Malone, Cole Darby, Austin Wheeler, Marty Sparks, and Titus Green. Defensively on the D-line for the Falcons will be Taylor Malone, Noah Wittig, and Sam Patrick. The linebackers are Curtis Glenn and Maddox Porter. They're the outside backers. The inside linebackers are Marty Sparks and Bryce McLaughlin. In the secondary will be Ty Borland and Isaiah Robertson at the corners. The strong safety is Mason Bailey, and the free safety is Peyton Cottle. Those are your Valerie Ford starters, a service of Valerie Ford on US 23 in Waverly. Remember, all roads lead to Valerie Ford. Shop online at ValerieFord.com. Now let's meet the third team on the field tonight, the officials, which are presented in honor of the late Matt Oren and are sponsored by Mr. Reader Plumbing, Little's Septic Service, Little's Grease Trap Removal, and Little's Excavating, all of which can be found in Wheelersburg. Mr. Reader Plumbing prides itself on customer care. Little's Septic Service has been serving the region since 1964 and always strives to stay out of your yard and, if possible, off of your driveway. Restaurant owners know that Little's Grease Trap Removal can get in and out quickly with minimal impact on your business. And Little's Excavating is the only area excavator licensed in aeration design. Matt, who will be donning the stripes and tooting the whistles tonight?
Chuck, tonight's whistles on this nice handy little card I was given are Jesse Gannon, Caitlin Anderson, Austin Brewer, Todd Meadows, Mike Murphy, and the head referee is Larry Anderson.
One more order of business that we must tend to, Matt. It is the game time temperature. Our game time temp is presented by Call's Auto Sales at 16127 US 52 in West Portsmouth. While many car lots are struggling to stock their lots with quality used cars, Call's is blessed to have a great selection and offers financing. Bad credit, no credit, it's no problem. All you need is proof of income and a down payment. If you're looking for a sharp used vehicle, give Call's a call at 740-357-6009. It is currently 83 degrees in McDermott here at Roy Rogers Field. Let's take a 3-minute timeout, and when we return, we'll hear from the head coaches. This is the SOMC Sports Motion pregame show on Classic Rock 107.5 The Breeze. 107.5 The Breeze.
Hi, I'm Gary Duzan of Portsmouth Insurance, a TAH Benefits partner.
And I'm Jay Hazelbaker, president of TAH Benefits.
Portsmouth Insurance specializes in helping local business owners with their employee benefits.
We understand that operating a business can be stressful. Let us alleviate at least one of those worries for you. Portsmouth Insurance understands the health insurance marketplace, and our commitment to service and knowledge of both the personal and business insurance markets can give you peace of mind.
For assistance with all of your employee benefit needs, call us at Portsmouth Insurance, 740-353-4105.
Tom and Burnett Brown, the owners of Giovanni's at the Depot and Brown Forge Products, wish the best to the Northwest Mohawks. Giovanni's at the Depot on State Route 73 in Otway is a one-stop shop providing gasoline and groceries, as well as delicious pizza, pasta, subs, and salads. Brown Forest Products is an Ohio Forestry Association certified master logger that does logging and will buy standing timber and timberland. Call Brown Forest Products for contract logging at 740-352-0623. At 3D Outfitters in Wheelersburg, you can get the gear to get the deer. The area's best gun shop is 3D Outfitters. 3D has handguns, shotguns, rifles, and ammo. Name brands such as Smith & Wesson, Ruger, Remington, Colt, Glock, and many more. The area's best gun shop is 3D Outfitters at 8508A Ohio River Road, Wheelersburg. Get the gear to get the deer at 3D Outfitters in Wheelersburg. Phone 574-HUNT and follow 3D Outfitters on Facebook.
Whatever maintenance or repair you need on your vehicle, the friendly professionals at Shoemaker Sunoco have got you covered. Located at State Route 139, Minford. People in the Minford area depend on James Shoemaker to keep their vehicles running in top condition. Shoemaker Sunoco offers tune-ups, brake service, computerized four-wheel alignment, and routine oil changes and lube jobs. You can also fill up with that good Sunoco gasoline. When it comes to the care of your vehicle, come to the service center that cares. Shoemaker Sunoco, Route 139, Minford.
Have you been to the 139 just off the new highway in Clarktown? Come after the game and enjoy some pizza, wings, or I guess if you want to be healthy, we have free ice water. People love free stuff, but people also love our pizza and our wings. Come to the 139, enjoy some great pizza and wings, and grab some free ice water.
Monroe's Frame and Collision and now Wheel Alignment knows that good luck on the field can sometimes turn into bad luck in the parking lot. Well, if that happens to you, just know that Monroe's Frame and Collision is there from big bangs to little dings and have been doing it for 30 years. Monroe's commitment to you, the customer, is evident when you speak with any one of the Monroe's technicians or staff. Monroe's makes you feel as comfortable as possible and are always readily available and happy to answer any of all questions and your inquiries. Monroe's Frame Collision, and now Wheel Alignment.
You're listening to the SOMC Sports Motion pregame show on Classic Rock 107.5 The Breeze as we are counting you down to tonight's opening kickoff between the Northwest Mohawks and the visiting Minford Falcons. I'm Chuck Greenslade along with Matt Payton, and as always, we appreciate you listening, or for those of you watching on AppalachianMarketingMedia.com, we appreciate you viewing. Both Northwest coach Bill Crabtree as well as Minford coach Jordan Michael phoned in this past Saturday to talk about their teams and their players on the Saturday Morning Sports Line. Coach Crabtree says the Minford Falcons are definitely a program trending upward.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I told Coach Michael last year, you could tell they were doing a lot of things right. And they were very young last year. Now they're a year older. They've got a nice receiver. That freshman's coming in and making a lot of plays for them. So, yeah, they're definitely not what they were last year. And at the same time, last year was a big exception for the Northwest Minford rivalry. 2 years ago, they kicked our teeth in. And that's kind of been the thing over the years. Minford's always hammered us for whatever reason. Last year was great to stop that. But at the same time, over the years, it's been a pretty rough rivalry. So hopefully we can continue to do what we do well, and hopefully we can continue to improve on things we don't do so well. But this is one of those games, in recent history, we beat them in 2005, and then we beat them last year. But other than that, I think it's been probably 30-some years before we had beat them. They're, going into it, we definitely can't overlook anything. They're 2-2, we're 3-1. They throw the ball well, we run the ball well. Should be an interesting matchup.
Second-year Minford coach Jordan Michael says his Falcons will certainly be in for a tough task tonight as they get set to take on a hard-hitting Mohawks football team.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing with Northwest, we got to watch their Week 1 game. Where they were the only show in town there. Got to check them out on YouTube. They showed to be kind of got out of the foot-to-foot stuff and actually got in the spread, but still have the ability to get down there and get those double tights and bring it right at you. So, the game plan's got to be for us to be the more physical team, and that's what coming into conference play. That's what it's about. The rest of the time here in the SEC is the more physical team is typically going to win the football game. So we just got to make sure we're bringing the fight and bringing the punches and not taking.
Stay with us as Northwest gets set to host Minford in this Southern Ohio Conference Division II showdown from Roy Rogers Field in McDermott. This is the SOMC Sports Motion pregame show on Classic Rock 107.5 The Breeze.
At People's Bank, our team of local, trust, and wealth management professionals can help you achieve your financial goals. We offer comprehensive services including investment management, retirement planning, estate planning, trust administration, and more. Our customized strategies are designed to grow and preserve your wealth while minimizing risk. Let People's Bank put our decades of expertise to work for you. Call me, Elise Dye, or one of our other trust and wealth management professionals today to schedule your free consultation. People's Bank, working together, building success.
It is Football Friday, week number 5 around Southern Ohio, and this evening we are in store for what we believe will be a really good game. Minford at Northwest, 2 Division 5 Region 19 foes that both compete in the Southern Ohio Conference Division 2, and we are nearly set for tonight's opening kickoff. Thanks to each and every one of you who tuned in for the SOMC Sports Motion pregame show. SOMC is proud to introduce the redesigned practice of the SOMC Orthopedic Associates. These improvements integrate orthopedic surgery, physical medicine and rehabilitation, and podiatry into a single comprehensive office. These key specialties work together to deliver coordinated patient-centered care. By streamlining services, we aim to enhance communication among providers, improve continuity of care, and offer an elevated experience for our patients. SOMC Orthopedic Associates, comprehensive care for a body in motion. Call 740-356-1709 to schedule an appointment. Let's play some football. Our opening at Harris Floor Covering, located at 610 9th Street in Portsmouth, as well as Harris Outdoors, which can be found right next door at 616 9th Street in Portsmouth. Harris Floor Covering is the area's leading floor covering contractor that has everything for all of your floor covering needs. Give Stephen Harris a call at 740-353-7959 and visit Harris Outdoors for firearms and hunting equipment. In addition to saying hello to everyone tuned in to tonight's contest on Classic Rock 107.5 The Breeze, we also want to say hello to everyone watching the video stream courtesy of Appalachian Marketing Media. That can be seen on AppalachianMarketingMedia.com. For those of you watching the stream, you already know what the unis look like tonight, but for those of you in radio land, the host Northwest Mohawks are wearing their home blue uniforms, blue jerseys, blue pants, white numerals trimmed in red, and white helmets with a blue and red N on the side. The Minford Falcons are in their road white uniforms with red numerals trimmed in gray, white jerseys, white pants, and gray helmets with red face masks, white and red stripes down the center. It will be the Northwest Mohawks booting the ball away to the Falcons to get this game underway. Here is the opening kickoff. It's a squibber. It's on the ground. It's loose. It's a live ball, and it is still being fought for. And let's see who recovered it. It is Minford, and boy, what a break that is for the Falcons. That was a beautifully executed onside kick by Northwest, and that ball touched several different pairs of hands out there in both Mohawk blue and Falcon white, but it winds up being the Minford Falcons who fall upon the football at their own 35-yard line, and that's where this Minford drive will begin. Our game is underway, and already some excitement here to get the evening started just 5 seconds deep into this contest.
Yeah, Adrian Henderson was one who came up with that after about 4 or 5 hands it went through on the kick by Weston Lang. So first and 10 for the Falcons at their own 35.
The ball will be placed down on the right hash mark. 2 receivers are split wide to the left. There's a wing each way, and now the officials are going to talk things over. They're heading toward the Minford sideline. And Minford's offense was at the line of scrimmage and has since retreated back to the huddle. So let's see what's up.
It's the down marker, or something. They got a bag out. I think the referee forgot something, possibly.
Maybe so. So we have a halt in the action, just 5 seconds deep into this contest as we await our first play from scrimmage. Not exactly sure what the delay is about, but the officials are returning to their positions on the field as we get ready for this first official play of the game following the kickoff. Again, 2 receivers to the left, a wing each way, shotgun formation. Curtis Glenn, the QB, takes a snap, jukes away from one defender, loses the ball. It's on the ground, and it will go out of bounds around the 47-yard line, and that's going to wind up being a nice positive gain for Minford. Nice juke by Curtis Glenn right at the onset, and it looks like they're going to bring the ball back to where he fumbled it, so it will be spotted at the 42-yard line. That's a gain of 7 on the first play, bringing up second down and a long 3. We've seen that ball squirt around on this turf here at Roy Rogers Field a lot already, and we haven't played 30 seconds yet.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's warm out, but I don't think they're sweating that much yet.
Bunch trips to the right side of the formation. One motions to the left, and here's a swing pass. That is caught by Peyton Cottle, and Cottle's going to be tripped up. Nice open field tackle over on the far side in between the hash marks and the number, and that limits Cottle to a minimal gain. It'll be third down coming up for the Falcons. I believe that was Carson Christian. He's a 6'2", 185-pound sophomore, and to get a hand on the ankle of the very speedy Peyton Cottle in open field is quite a task. 1 yard gain. It's third down and 2. So the ball goes from the right hash mark, which was where the first 2 snaps of this drive occurred, now to the left hash mark. 2 receivers to the right, a wing to the left, a running back beside of Glenn, and Curtis Glenn with his second quarterback run, and he breaks away from the first wave of defenders and finds some room over on the left side. He will have the first down and then some as he takes the football across the 50-yard line into Mohawk territory before finally being brought down at the 49-yard line.
Gain of 8 there, and he's brought down by, I had number 1, but I don't have a number 1 on my roster.
15 yards on 2 carries for Glenn, and here's his third carry of the game. Bobbing and weaving his way over on the far side in between the numbers and the sideline. He'll carry the ball down to the 45-yard line. That's a pickup of 4, and he will add to that rushing total. Other than the fumble that he had on the very first play of this drive, he has looked really, really good running the football. He sets up second down and a long 6 for his Minford Falcons in this scoreless game, which is just underway in McDermott at Roy Rogers Field.
Very aggressive when he's running the ball and sees it just moves different. If that's easy to explain, or for our listeners, it's kind of hard to explain. But watching him, you can watch him on film right now. He just moves different.
He's got some wiggle to him, that's for sure.
But he's got size to him, too, so he makes it even harder to bring him down.
Well, seeing all these quarterback runs, 3 of them in the first 4 plays by design, that's going to set up some passing for him as this game goes on, I can't help but think. Here is a give to Cottle. Cottle with some room right side, cuts it up on his feet at the hash marks, takes the ball inside the 40, and is going to be tripped up at the 36-yard line. That's going to go for a gain of 9 and another Minford Falcon first down. Good-looking drive here from Minford early on.
Very good. That's a 9-yard carry by Cottle and tripped up by number 6, Weston Lane. But like you said, good drive so far, a lot on the ground. And eventually that's going to set up that passing game.
So many times you hear running games that have a powerful back and a speedy back described as thunder and lightning. I think that quarterback Glenn is the thunder and Cottle, the speedy QB from 2 seasons ago, is the lightning. Here's the give to Cottle left side, and this time he cannot find the edge. He is ridden down over there on the far side before getting to the line of scrimmage. Loss on the play, and this is the first time so far in this game in the early stages that the Mohawk defense has thrown the Falcon offense for a loss. It's going to be 2nd down and 13 as the ball is pushed back to the 39-yard line.
Loss of 3, and actually I just heard over the announcer, number 1 is actually number 2 on my roster, Carson Christian. He's got a lot of tackles already.
Motioning to the near side is Cottle, play action. Glenn going to the air for the first time. Throwing down the field, he has a man there. Caught, 6-yard line, and on into the end zone for our first TD of the evening. That is tight end Colt Donahoe, the 6'4", 190-pound sophomore. And that goes for a 39-yard TD strike, and he was wide open. A beautiful ball thrown by quarterback Curtis Glenn. And with 9:10 left to play in this opening period, the Falcons have jumped out to a quick touchdown lead.
Like you said, beautiful ball. That ball was on the money, and Donahoe had nobody around him.
And there was no wobble to that spiral whatsoever. That was as tight as you could see, cutting its way through the evening air here in McDermott. The point after attempt is up, and it is no good. So the score will remain 6-0 in favor of the Falcons. We'll see the Northwest offense for the first time this evening. When we return, we're back in 60 seconds. You're listening to High School Football on the Breeze.
Napa in Wheatersburg wishes the best to all local teams and proudly commends the hard work put forth by our local high school athletes. Halls Napa is Scioto County's oldest running, family-owned Napa Auto Parts store, and the folks at Halls appreciate all of their loyal customers. Halls Napa carries auto parts and fluids, Milwaukee power tools, wipers, batteries, jump boxes, and more. Visit Halls Napa Auto Parts at 11774 Gallia Pike Road in Wheatersburg, and be sure to check out Halls Napa on Facebook. Collier Home Medical is expanding to open a second office in Grayson, Kentucky. Collier is a local durable medical equipment company providing and offering free setup of home medical equipment. Collier tends to home oxygen, portable oxygen, hospital beds, wheelchairs, rollators, walkers, and more. Collier Home Medical, now with offices at 1661 State Route 522 Wheatersburg, as well as at 146 South Carroll Malone Boulevard, Grayson. Call Berg at 740-574-0327. Phone the Grayson office to make an appointment at 740-981-6343. Collier Home Medical.
Action has resumed in McDermott. The ensuing kickoff following the Minford touchdown a few moments ago was booted by Ty Borland, and it was kind of a pooch kick that hit around the 33-yard line and then was fielded by a Mohawk who brought the ball back across the 40 to the 43, and that's going to be really nice starting field position for Northwest. That almost looked like the type of kicks you now see in the NFL.
Yeah, like it was a weird way. But I tell you what, somebody laid out a heck of a block. I didn't really get a chance to get the number, but somebody had a nice wedge block. But that was Weston Lane on the return, the kicker-to-kicker action.
A dynamic style kickoff. And now Northwest offense goes to work for the first time. And here's some room right side for the running back. This is Ethan Ferguson, the 6'2", 185-pound senior. Good blocking on the right side of that Mohawk line. And Ferguson totes the ball out to his own 49-yard line. Gain of 6. That'll bring up 2nd down and 4. There has been a change in the score, and changes happen quick, especially when you get your tires changed at Bob and Floyd's on Chillicothe Street in Portsmouth. It is 6-0 Minford. As soon as we get a break in the action, we'll check our scoring recap to tell you how we got to this point. Still very early on in this game, 8.5 minutes left on a rolling first quarter clock. Here's a little push pass, and the receiver will be gobbled up in the backfield and dropped. That looked to be Curtis Glenn making the tackle for Minford. And let's see who the receiver was for Northwest. He's up. He's made his way back to the huddle, but I could not quite make out his number. We'll try to pick that up for you here in just a moment.
Tell you in just a minute when they break out.
And here they come to the line of scrimmage.
Is he on the right or left?
Hard to say. They're all wearing the same colors, you know.
Ah.
Here's a quarterback run up the middle. Jake
hit.
Brown, it really was a big hit. He took a couple of them, but Brown also delivered some punishment on that hard run by the QB right up the middle. He's going to take the football into Minford territory before being stopped by a couple of Falcons right at the 47.5-yard line. He's going to be about a half yard shy of the first down, and it is 4th down for Northwest, and already an early decision coming up for Coach Bill Crabtree. Jake Brown comes over to the sideline to get the play call. It looks like the Mohawks are going to go for it. So a big play here in the early stages. 7:20 left on a moving first quarter clock. Falcons up by a touchdown. I formation, a receiver to the right. Brown under center and a quarterback sneak, but this play is going to be whistled dead before the ball was ever snapped because of a timeout from the Minford Falcons. We'll step away for 30 seconds and be back for this big play. This is high school football on the breeze. This is high school football on the breeze.
The deals are hot at Valerie Ford. Over 100 vehicles in stock and ready to roll. Get lifetime powertrain coverage. Take advantage of low financing rates and no payments for 90 days. Why wait? All roads lead to Valerie Ford because you deserve the deal that goes the distance. But don't blink. These offers won't last. Now is the time. The car, the overage, the savings. It's all waiting for you at Valerie Ford in Waverly. Or visit online at ValerieFord.com.
6-0. The Minford Falcons lead at Northwest with 7:14 remaining in the first period. I'm Chuck Greenslade along with Matt Payton. Thank you for tuning in. Northwest has a big 4th down coming up with the ball resting on the Minford 48-yard line. Right in the middle of the field after a Falcon timeout. The Northwest offense returns to the field and will go for it. Same play as what we saw prior to the timeout. A quarterback sneak by QB Jake Brown. And boy, I don't know. It is going to be very close, and the officials say move them chains. No measurement, they say, is required. That's going to be a 1st down carry for Jake Brown. A gain of 1, and this Mohawk drive will remain intact as Brown moves the football down to the 47-yard line of the Falcons.
That was a lot closer than I was thinking. I mean, it was close. I think they gave it to him because of the initial push.
We did get confirmation that earlier on in this drive, it was Austin Smith who was the receiver of that push pass. He motioned to the near side and was hit in the backfield, and that kind of set Northwest back for a moment, but a couple plays later, the Mohawks have a 1st down.
And the clock moving.
And the chains have not moved yet, and I can't figure out why. Coach Bill Crabtree on the opposite sideline is motioning to his chain gang to go ahead, but they've still got 4th down and 1 up there. But that play was executed, right?
They're going to bring it out.
What? So one official said move the chains, and I guess there was a conversation, and now the chain gang, as you see, is coming out for a measurement. So maybe we spoke too soon. Maybe it isn't a 1st down. We'll get confirmation on that here in just a moment as the chains are pulled tight.
I got one
And
official.
it is a 1st down. Now, you know the official that motioned 1st down early on is very happy that those chains proved him to be correct. So we're right back square where we should be now. 1st and 10 for the Mohawks with the ball resting at the Minford 47-yard line. We've still got to check the Minford scoring recap, and we'll do that as soon as we get a sec, which we haven't had really since that touchdown was scored. I formation for the Mohawks with the receiver to the right, Brown under center. He's got a tight end to the right as well. He'll pitch the ball back to Christian, and he finds a little bit of room right side, keeps the legs driving, and takes the ball inside the 40-yard line down to the 39. That's a hard run. Going to bring up 2nd down.
That's a run of 8.
And his helmet came off at the end of that play, so Christian is going to have to come out for at least one snap. Matt, let's quickly take a look at that scoring recap, or we'll never get an opportunity to do it. It's presented by Nancy Hawk at the Real Estate Gallery with offices in Wheelersburg and Portsmouth. For all of your real estate needs, phone 740-574-9902 or log on to realestategallery.com.
Check that scoring drive by the Falcons was 3 minutes, 40 seconds off the clock, 7 plays, 65 yards, capped off by a touchdown pass from Glenn to Donahoe. from 39 yards out. Extra point was no good. 6-0 Falcons.
Fast forward about 3 minutes later, and here we are approaching the 6-minute mark. Here is Jake Brown on the quarterback keeper. He's got room right side, and he will have a first down carry as he lumbers his way down inside of the 30-yard line, moving the chains and giving the Mohawks a fresh set of downs to work with.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's right. Boy, we're seeing some good hard running by both quarterbacks so far in this game.
And that gain, that's a 10-yard gain just on a quarterback run.
And both of these teams have had success running their quarterbacks this year. Brown enters this contest having rushed for 347 yards on 38 carries. That was prior to the start of the game. He's averaging 9.1 yards per carry with 5 touchdowns. And Curtis Glenn has been very good on the ground for Minford as well, rushing for 379 yards on 63 carries and 4 touchdowns this year. Here's a give up the middle, and the Mohawk ball carrier will take the ball down inside the 25-yard line.
Actually, a little push pass again.
Oh, another push pass.
Yep. That was Christian on the push pass.
Yep, he was the receiver of the one a little earlier, Carson Christian, a 6'2", 185-pound sophomore.
Gets down to the 24.
Our colleague Mark Williams talked very highly of Carson Christian. He's seen the Mohawks twice this year. He saw them in their opener against Piketon and last week against Wheelersburg, and he had told me yesterday that he's a player, and I can't see anything here in the early stages that would make me dispute that. Here's Brown. Fakes the handoff, finds some room right side, and is going to be brought down just a little bit shy of the first down. That was a pretty good stop over there by the Minford defender. Going to be 3rd and about 1.5.
Yep, McLaughlin was the tackler on that play. And I tell you what's interesting, watching this game, and have you noticed Northwest has ran to the right side of the field every time?
Just about every time that ball has been snapped on the right hash mark. The only thing that's brought it back to the left side has been a push pass that didn't go for positive yardage.
That right side of that line's pretty beefy, too. You got Armbruster at right tackle.
You can stop there.
Yeah.
When talking about beef, that young man's put together. Here is Carson Christian taking the inside handoff. He cuts up inside, and he's going to have the first down. He will move the ball to the 18-yard line, and for the first time this evening, that puts the Northwest Mohawks into the Quality Heating and Air red zone. Quality Heating and Air can be found on Route 52 in Sugar Grove. It's 6-0 Minford. The Falcons took their opening drive of the game down the field and scored within about 3.5 minutes. And Northwest's offense on the field for the first time in the midst of its opening drive, marching right down the field here in McDermott, trying to answer on homecoming night at Roy Rogers Field. Ball nearing the right hash mark. A receiver to the left. Shotgun formation. And the give goes to the left halfback. This is Christian. And his helmet's going to come off for the second time in this game and wind up in the... I thought it was in the hands of the Minford defender, but actually, I'm not sure where that helmet disappeared to.
It just kind of vanished.
It just disappeared. Well, now it's back on Carson Christian's head. But again, he will have to come out of snap because that is a rule at just about every level of football, if I'm not mistaken. If your hat comes off, you got to exit for one play anyway.
Yep, used to be if you got like ripped off or there was like a penalty with it, then yeah, you'd have to come out. But now, yeah.
That was Tanner Smith on that stop, by the way, for Minford on that last play. He's a 5'8", 238-pound sophomore. It's 2nd down and 7 after the 3-yard gain. Here is a give up the middle. This looks to be Ferguson. Nice run. Ferguson staying on his feet. Great balance. A flag did go flying, but Ferguson marches his way into the end zone, breaking tackles along the way. Whether or not it will hold up remains to be seen, but you cannot fault that effort by 6'2", 185-pound senior Ethan Ferguson. That's going to go for a 15-yard TD if it stands, but it looks like a chop block called on Northwest will bring it back. So take those 6 points off the scoreboard. The score remains 6-0 in favor of the Falcons, and this will put the Northwest offense behind the chains as we will replay 2nd down. But what a run, Matt, by Ethan Ferguson.
Well, I saw a great pancake block by left tackle for the Mohawks, but after that, I think the guard was who they got for the holding call, but it was a nice block by that left tackle. First time he really ran left side. So that holding call matches back to what, the 29?
29-yard line.
Ooh.
Yep, that's a big one. That was a 15-yarder, chop block. Coming up on the 3-minute mark here on a picturesque evening at Roy Rogers Field. For those of you watching on AppalachianMarketingMedia.com, hopefully you're getting a view of the sky that we're seeing here tonight. Absolutely gorgeous. Here's Brown out of the gun, rolling to his right, slinging toward the end zone, has a player wide open. Touchdown, Mohawks! Orion Ellis, the 5'7", 155-pound senior, had no one around him, and Jake Brown, while sprinting to his right, fires a seed to his wide-open receiver, and we are all tied at 6 with 2:55 remaining. A 29-yard TD strike.
And that is right there, textbook miscommunication between the safety and the corner, as I think he was waiting for over-the-top help, and there wasn't any over-top help there.
Boy, Orion Ellis, I'm sure, realized that he was wide open, and he had some time to think about it. And while that looks like an easy catch, that can be some of the most difficult receptions to make because you know that you should make it. And a great ball thrown by Brown. The extra point attempt is up and through. That's Wesson Lang, and he puts his Mohawks out in front for the first time this evening. 7-6, your new score. We're back in 60 seconds on Classic Rock 107.5 The Breeze.
We at Swick Bentley Funeral Home want to help you celebrate the life that inspired you. Whether you have lost a loved one or want to pre-plan your own services, we are here to help. We can help you plan traditional burial or a cremation service, and our staff will work to ease the burden a loss leaves. We may be reached by phone at 740-456-4133 or email at info@sbentleyfh.com. And to all our local athletes, play hard and stay safe.
At Clark's Pump and Shop, you can fill your tank and tummy. Fantastic food, hot coffee, and cold beverages. Pay at the pump and drive-through convenience. Always clean, always courteous.
Aw, thank you.
Visit the Clark's Pump and Shop nearest you. Locations in Scioto, Pike, Lawrence, Jackson, Greenup, Lewis, and Boyd counties. Look for Clark's Marathon and Arco stations. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
2:49 left to play in the first quarter. It's 7-6 Northwest. The kickoff just occurred a few moments ago. Wesson Lang had a pretty good boot, which hit around the 25-yard line. Hit, bounced up in the air, and then was fielded off the bounce by Peyton Cottle, who showcased that track speed, and he found room down the far sideline. He advanced the ball into Mohawk territory before being shoved out of bounds at the 43-yard line. And Matt, he was one tackle away from making a house call.
He almost did. Man, he got that track speed going. It was almost night-night.
Here's Curtis Glenn with a quarterback run. Left side, he'll be bumped out of bounds. Making that stop is Carson Christian, but not before another nice gainer by Curtis Glenn, who takes the ball down to the 36-yard line, gain of 7, bringing up second down and 3.
Tell you what, Carson Christian, he has 2 catches for 5 yards, 4 tackles, and 3 rushes. He has done basically everything right now for the Mohawks.
He has. He most certainly has. We'll check the Mohawk scoring recap here in just a moment, but right now, Minford thinking about answering and doing it in a hurry. Trips to the right side. Play action. Glenn looking. Armbrister applying pressure. Glenn escapes, finds room. Left side. He'll have the first down and go out of bounds inside of the 30-yard line. That'll give Coach Jordan Michaels' Falcons a fresh set of downs to work with. As promised, it's time for the Real Estate Gallery scoring recap, which is a service of Nancy Hawk at the Real Estate Gallery with offices in Wheelersburg and Portsmouth. For all of your real estate needs, phone 740-574-9902 or log on to realestategallery.com.
That drive by the Mohawks took 5 minutes, 53 seconds off the clock. It was an 11-play, 57-yard drive, capped off by a touchdown pass from Jake Brown to Ryan Ellis from 29 yards out. Extra point by Weston Lang was good. 7-6 Mohawks.
First and 10 Falcons. 2 receivers to the short side of the field. That's the left. The give is going to go to Cottle, looking for some room right side. Has a lead blocker out there. A flag goes flying. Cottle takes the ball inside of the 25-yard line, but let's check the penalty. That's probably a hold, and the preliminary indication is indeed that. There has been a change in the score, and changes happen quickly, especially when you get your tires changed at Bob and Floyd's on Chillicothe Street in Portsmouth. 7-6, the Northwest Mohawks lead on homecoming night at Roy Rogers Field as the sun continues to set. A beautiful descent tonight. Gorgeous sky. Gorgeous facility.
It is. It's right when the sun's setting, like that perfect pink sky. I mean, it just looks awesome.
Somebody's got a drone I can see flying out near the field. You know about that? You used to do that a few years ago, didn't you?
Did a little bit of it.
Fly some drones over some football games. This penalty pushes the ball all the way back to the 38-yard line. It is 1st and 20. Glenn's going to throw to the right and connect with Cottle, but he is brought down in a hurry by Jake Brown at the 34-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play, and on 1st and 20, you'll sacrifice 4 yards, especially when your defensive player can come up and apply a hit like that. Nice defensive play by Jake Brown, who is also the quarterback of the Northwest Mohawks. Clock dips under 2 minutes. In quarter number 1, a 1-point game. Minford on the trailing end of a 7-6 score. Ball on the right hash mark. 3 receivers to the left, a wing and a tight end to the right. Glenn out of the gun, takes a snap, looks, fires left side, going deep and incomplete. The intended receiver was Cottle. He was being defended by Jake Brown, and also in that area was Carson Christian, and Christian was the safety, it appeared, and he lost his footing in between the 5 and 10 yard lines. And had he been able to stay upright, Matt, he might have been able to go over there and had a play on that ball. Yeah, and Cottle got up kind of wanting a pass interference, but the thing was, it was a little bit overthrown. It's kind of hard to overthrow and picking Cottle, but it was a nice bump. Like, I did let him play downfield. It was a little bit of pushing and shoving by both parties on that play. Well, anytime there's contact between an offensive player and a defensive player on an incomplete pass, the offensive player wants pass interference, Matt. That's just a given. Donahue's going to have to check out. He looks like blood on his sock or by his knee. So he will exit the game, and entering the contest in his absence will be Maddox Porter, who is a 6'2", 215-pound junior. He'll line up as a Falcon tight end. Definitely some size there, or difference between Donahue and him. Both pretty good sized lads, though. 3rd down and 16 for the Falcons with 3 receivers to the left. Out of the gun is Glenn. He takes a snap, rolls to his right. There's another flag down. Glenn in trouble. He's going to be hit and slammed down back at the 37-yard line. Ethan Ferguson with the sack. And if the play holds up, it'll be 4th down. Let's see what the penalty is. The officials have not given a signal yet. It's a false start on Minford. That will be declined, and Northwest will make it 4th down, and it's going to be 4th and long from the 38-yard line going in. And this is that area that many refer to as no man's land. Way too far out for a field goal, and if you punt, you might be able to pin Northwest deep, but there's also a good chance of a touchback, which would bring the ball out to the 20. What do you do here, Coach? Well, I say you have 5 wide receivers. You love to pass. Throw one up. If it gets picked off, gets picked off. Now, if I'm Northwest coaches, I'm saying, hey, knock the ball down. Knock it down. And remember, pass interference in high school is not an automatic 1st down as it is in the NFL. Here's Glenn taking the snap, looks left, runs back to the right. He's wanting to throw across the field, and he will. He's got some receivers there, but there's some defensive backs there as well, and the ball will fall harmlessly incomplete out of the hands of Carson Christian, the Mohawk defender. I don't think he intentionally meant to knock it down, but that serves to be a very good thing for Northwest as the Falcons turn the ball over on downs, and the Northwest offense will return to the field 1st and 10 from the Mohawk 38-yard line. Northwest up 7-6 with 56 seconds remaining in this opening stanza. Good defensive stand by the Northwest Mohawks. That's exactly what Northwest was want. If I'm Northwest and I'm coaching staff, I'm saying, hey, great job. We need a couple more of these in this game. Now, offense go out there and run some clock. Penalties kill, and that got the Falcons behind the chains just a few moments ago and could not overcome it. Here's a give to Ferguson. He's hit. Still battling and fighting forward. Marty Sparks is going to sling him out of bounds, but that's a really good battle there between 2 very good players. Sparks on the defensive side of the football for Minford certainly brings the fire, and we definitely know that the same can be said for Northwest Ethan Ferguson. A gain of about a half yard on the play. We'll give him 1. 2nd down and 9 with the ball now spotted at the 39-yard line of the Mohawks. Boy, that's good on good right there. Yeah, it was. Ferguson hitting Sparks. Sparks hitting Ferguson. I don't know who was getting and who was giving, but that was a collision and a half. Here is Brown on the quarterback run. Up the middle, and Brown delivering some punishment. He'll be near a 1st down as he takes the ball out across the Mohawk 45-yard line to the 47. That is a gain of 8, it appears, and it will be 3rd down and 1. And if the Mohawks choose for it to be, that could be the final play of the quarter. Yeah. I think that's what they're looking at. Northwest offense making its way over to the near sideline. We'll go ahead and get ready for the break in between quarters. We've missed 2 kickoffs because these officials are in a real hurry tonight after the 2 touchdowns we've seen. They have not given us 60 seconds from the time of the extra point. No, they're going to, look at those sneaky snakes. Northwest offense going back to the line of scrimmage with 6 seconds left, trying to pull a fast one. Here's Brown on the keeper, and he'll have the first down. He takes the ball to around the midfield stride. That was a nice hit there by Bryce McLaughlin, the Minford linebacker, but not before a 3-yard pickup courtesy of Brown. And Coach Bill Crabtree knew exactly what he was doing there. He tried to make everybody think that his team was coming off to the sideline to get ready for the second quarter, and at the last moment, they ran up to the line of scrimmage, and they run a 3-yard play to give him a fresh set of 4. That's the end of one, 7-6 Mohawks. This is high school football on the Breeze. We're back in 60.
Media Group Station is presented by Portsmouth Block and Portsmouth Building Supply, People's Bank, the Real Estate Gallery, Conley Trucking and Conley River Terminal, the Scioto County Career Technical Center, Carpenters Local Union 437, the Glockner Family of Dealerships, Gamps John Deere and Convenience Store, SOMC, Portsmouth Insurance, Monroe's Frame and Collision, the McKinley Funeral Home, as well as Collier Companies. The Counseling Center is the region's leader in youth and adolescent counseling and play therapy services. TCC plays a large role in substance abuse prevention services for area youth, providing more than 4,000 prevention services for area school-age children each year. In operation since 1981, the Counseling Center is the region's leader in behavioral health care, providing everything from substance abuse prevention and recovery to mental health counseling, primary care, vocational development, and job placement services. Learn more online at thecounselingcenter.org.
First quarter just underway at Roy Rogers Field in McDermott. And with the carry for the Northwest Mohawks is Carson Christian, and he will battle his way down to the 48-yard line of Minford for a gain of 2 to bring up 2nd down and 8. It's 7-6 Mohawks as we begin this second period. I'm Chuck Greenslade along with Matt Payton. You're tuned in to Southern Ohio Conference High School Football on Classic Rock 107.5 The Breeze. And hello to all of you watching the video stream tonight, being supplied by our friends at Appalachian Marketing Media. You can watch that on AppalachianMarketingMedia.com. I formation, Brown circles around, gets behind the I-back, and follows the fullback and the D-back into the line of scrimmage, and then pivots to the left and takes the ball down inside of the 45-yard line to the 44. That was a nifty little play. I can't quite tell you if it was a mix-up or by design, but it worked.
It was like a scrum. Like, they just all fell. Like, it was like everybody did like almost not a chop block, but everybody just dropped like submarine block, and everybody went down. It was like, okay, I'll pick my spot where I want to go.
Gain of 4 on the play to bring up 3rd down and 4. And you mentioned a rugby-like scrum. That's what Northwest used to do on every single play with that double wing offense and the tight splits. They have opened up this offense considerably this season, and the numbers show and the success shows. Here is a give to Ferguson right side. He'll have a first down as Ferguson takes the ball down to the 35-yard line. Nice run by Ferguson, but you really have to give a tip of the cap to the right side of that Mohawk offensive line. Those guys did a great job blocking on that play.
Yeah, it is just basically watching them move. Like, if I need furniture moving, I'm going to call these guys because they are just moving people.
Aiden Armbruster, the right tackle, anchoring the offensive line. Jackson Powell and Dominic Stone are the guards. Carter Lute is the opposite tackle. Thatcher Webb, the center. And they are doing a nice job. The Mohawks up on Minford, 7-6 as we approach the 10-minute mark here in the first half of play. Here's a fake. Jake Brown will keep it, and Jake Brown will take the ball right up the middle and deliver some punishment at the tail end of that play. He delivered a hit, then did a corkscrew-like spin before dropping at the 26-yard line. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 2 after the 8-yard gain. Nice fake there by the Mohawk quarterback. Almost faked me out there. I wasn't for sure if it was the quarterback Brown or the running back who had the ball there for a moment. Then I realized it was Brown. And I love how he delivered the punishment at the end of that play. Actually, give him 9 on that play. 2nd down and 1. Ball rests at the 26-yard line. Mohawks have to get to the 25 to move the sticks.
Brown moving the ball. 8 carries, 43 yards so far. He's getting 5 yards a pop.
4 wide. Here is Brown wanting to throw. He fires to the right, incomplete. The intended receiver was Austin Smith, 5'10", 155-pound senior.
He had space. It just, I think Smith was looking to sit down and just didn't have time.
3rd down and 1. And it's very difficult to know exactly what a player is thinking as a play unfolds, but it appeared to me that Jake Brown was really going through his progression there because he looked away from a couple receivers before finally checking it down. Here's Ferguson. He's going to have the first down, a hard-earned gain of about 3 yards. He was hit right around the line of scrimmage, maintained his balance, spun around, and carried the football for the yardage to gain and a few extra yards to boot. They'll spot him at the 22-yard line. That's a pickup of 4 and a fresh set of downs for the Mohawks, who are hoping to add to their 1-point lead as they are up 7-6 with just under 9 minutes left in the first half.
I tell you what, somebody, I think Myvan Sparks, got a lick on him early. That ball about came loose. It definitely came up by his face mask. He basically got control of it, Ferguson did.
Here's a give to Ferguson, bouncing off left tackle, finding room and taking the ball down inside of the 15-yard line. Coming up to help with the stop was Carter Frazee. He was one of several Falcons to get there, but not before Ferguson takes the ball down to the 13-yard line. Another 9-yard pickup and another 2nd down and 1 for Northwest. The Mohawks had a lot going on there. They had Nate Fry and Austin Smith lined up to the left. Orion Ellis, who caught a touchdown for the Mohawks back in the first quarter, was lined up to the right. They then motioned Smith, I believe it was, looping him around the backfield. But despite all the window dressing, it wound up being a give to Ferguson, and that has been a bread-and-butter play for Northwest. Here's Brown pulling it down. He's got some room inside the 10, inside the 5, and down to the 4-yard line. Another 9-yard pickup for Northwest, and this one will set up 1st and goal as the Mohawks operate within the Quality Heating and Air red zone. Quality Heating and Air can be found on Route 52 in Sugar Grove.
Nice run, nice blocking on the perimeter.
Ball rest on the right hash mark. Checking into the Northwest lineup is Chandler Wyrick. He's a 5'6", 130-pound freshman. Jake Brown comes over to Coach Bill Crabtree to get the play call. Boy, both of these coaches have done really, really nice jobs with their respective programs. Coach Crabtree in his 7th season guiding his alma mater. Coach Jordan Michael in his 2nd year at Minford. Twin receivers to the left. 2 receivers to the right as well. Give to Ferguson up the middle. Ferguson right side. He'll muscle his way in for a touchdown. And that stretches the Mohawk lead to 7, 13-6 with the PAT to come. Ferguson had a touchdown run called back by penalty back in the first quarter, and that was a nifty run where he really showed strength and power. You can say the same for this one, which will count. He's got his first TD of the evening. Good run by Ferguson.
And follow that right side of the line.
Behind Armbrister and company, Ferguson now with 2 rushing touchdowns on the season. Here is the extra point try by Wesson Lang. It is up, it is through, and it is now 14-6. Timeout on the field. We're back in 60 seconds on WZZZ.
At the Barrett Murphy Insurance Agency, they're proud to cheer for the home team and even more proud to have you on their team. Whether you need insurance for your home, car, or business, they have your back. And because the local community is so important to them, they'll be right there with you, cheering for your team. Contact the Barrett Murphy Insurance Agency today for more information about a policy from Encova Insurance. Visit the Barrett Murphy Insurance Agency at 1031 Gallia Street in Portsmouth. Online at barrettmurphy.com.
Minford Telephone and TV, the local choice, the best choice. Your internet experts with fiber fast efficiency. Generations of exceptional service. Stay connected with a legacy. Online at falcon1.net. Minford Telephone and TV, the local choice, the best choice.
Back to play at Roy Rogers Field at Northwest High School. Wesson Lang boots the ball away for the Mohawks, and it goes out of bounds. So Minford's going to get great starting field position. Matt, we haven't made it back from a commercial break for a kickoff yet. I don't know why these officials are in such a hurry. Supposed to get 60 seconds from the PAT to the kickoff, but somebody's got a hot date tonight, so make that mental note. We're 30 seconds after every score from here on out, because I'm not going to miss a fourth one. 7:21 left, 14-6 is the score. There's been a change in the score. Changes happen quick, especially when you get your tires changed at Bob and Foy's on Chillicothe Street in Portsmouth. So.
They're going to add the penalty, too, after the kickoff.
Ball went out of bounds at the 39-yard line, but tackling 5 more. That'll move the line of scrimmage out to the 44, and that is where this Minford Falcon drive will begin.
I guess do that rather than have Peyton Cottle.
Pick your poison, right?
Yep.
We'll check the scoring recap here in just a few. It's presented by Nancy Hawk at the Real Estate Gallery with offices in Wheelersburg and Portsmouth. For all of your real estate needs, phone 740-574-9902 or log on to realestategallery.com. I think we've got time to do that now, Matt.
We do, and that scoring drive by the Mohawks was a 12-play, 63-yard drive, 5:31 count off the clock. It was a touchdown run by Ethan Ferguson from 4 yards out. Weston Lang provided the extra point to make it 14-6, Mohawks.
So the first play of drive number 3 for the Falcons. First one resulted in a touchdown, the second in a turnover on downs. Here's Curtis Glenn, the QB, looking for some room right side, and he'll pick his way across the 45-yard line and be brought down just shy of the midfield stripe.
Actually, they're remarkable. A lot shorter than that, 47.
47-yard line.
So a 3-yard gain.
That brings up second down and 7.
He was tackled from behind by number 66 for the Mohawks. That would be Caden Gazy.
He's 5'10", 245-pound junior. Ball on the right hash mark, trips to the left, twins to the right, 5 wide for Glenn, who's in a gun. He'll swing it out to Cotto, who makes the reception back to the 40, and then he is brought down immediately. A great defensive play by Jake Brown, dropping Cotto back at the 40. Loss of 7 on the play. That's going to bring up third down and 14.
I tell you what, that play by Jake Brown right there, mark that down. That's going to be that might be the ear marker for the turning point for this game, because that's huge. If he wasn't able to make that tackle, Cottle has 2 blockers out in front of him ready to roll.
I couldn't agree with you more. And even though it might not have been the biggest hit, it might go down as a candidate for the Monroe's framing collision, big collision of the game, just because of the potential importance of it. Trips to the right. Glenn wanting to throw. Steps up in the pocket. He's hit and he's sacked at the 35-yard line. Brought down with some authority. And that defender is Thatcher Webb, a 6'4", 300-pound senior. Fourth down for the Falcons. They'll spot the ball at the 36-yard line. Loss of 4 on the play.
I tell you what, you count Thatcher Webb, Jackson Powell, and Aiden Armbrister, you add those 3 together. That's a lot of man muscle.
Well, Webb, as I mentioned, 300 pounds. Armbrister, 280. Carter Lutz, another one that's a nice, big offensive and defensive lineman. He's 260. Jackson Powell is 280. To punt the ball is Ty Borland. A lot of height on this one. The punt will be fielded at the 37-yard line. That's Cottle getting down and making a great tackle on special teams. Austin Smith was the return man for the Northwest Mohawks.
That's a heck of a punt by Ty Borland.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of hang time. Went down to 27. That's a 37-yard punt. The big thing was it was tackled immediately there by Peyton Cottle.
You used to hear this phrase quite often, out kicking the coverage. Sometimes if you kick a ball too deep, it allows the blockers to set up a wall or a wedge, whatever the call might be, and allows a return man to pick his way. And that was just perfect. It had distance, but the height was really the thing, which allowed Cottle to get down there and make the stop immediately. 1st and 10 for the Mohawks, who lead 14-6 on the slant. The pass is caught by Ellis. Orion Ellis takes the ball out near midfield before being brought down by Minford's Mason Bailey, as well as Bryce McLaughlin, but not before a big gainer.
So he gained 19.
Ellis caught a touchdown pass back in the first quarter. Big reception here. Here's Brown out of the gun, looking, has time, now rolls to his right, and will go out of bounds, and will still wound up with some positive yardage. Gets 1, and that will set up 2nd down and 9 as the ball is advanced to the 49-yard line of the Mohawks. 4:56 left to play before halftime. An 8-point lead for Northwest. It's a 1-possession game, and that you can't help but think that this drive is vital for both of these ball clubs, especially for the Minford Falcons, who don't want to fall too much further behind.
Yeah, this is playing right into Northwest's hands. As time possessed, and they've doubled up now on Minford, 12 minutes to 6 minutes.
Here's Brown. on the carry. He faked the handoff to Ferguson and then looked for some room behind Aiden Armbruster. He takes the ball to the 45-yard line, and there is a Minford Falcon who is down. That's Bryce McLaughlin. Gain of 6 on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 3 once play resumes. So action is halted with 4:41 left to play before halftime. 14-6 is the score. The Mohawks lead the Falcons as the injured player is tended to. Let's step away for 30 seconds. This is high school football on the Breeze.
Down on Route 52, just west of town, there's a little place where the word gets around. Quality heating, there's got your back. For sales and service, they're right on track. I see out in Portsmouth, they're the name to trust. When the air goes down, they'll lift you up.
Call Quality Heating and Air at 740-858-4363.
14-6, the Northwest Mohawks lead the visiting Minford Falcons with 4:41 left to play before halftime. I'm Chuck Greenslade along with Matt Payton, checking some other scores from around the area on Mix 99.3 and Cool Hits TV. Wheelersburg has a 28-7 lead over the Valley Indians. The Jackson Ironmen are up on Ironton 3-0. Fairland has a 14-6 lead over the Gallia Academy. Rock Hill is up on South Point 12-7. Portsmouth and Colgrove are all even at 6. West leads at Waverly 14-7. South Gallia has a 13-7 advantage over the Oak Hill Oaks. A couple other scores that might interest some. Unioto is up on Piketon 10-0. Sims Valley leads Fairfield Christian 15-0. The Minford Falcon, who was shaken up, is up and jogging off the field under his own power. That's Bryce McLaughlin, a 6'1", 205-pound junior. Great to see him leaving the field without any assistance. Back to play. It's Jake Brown with the carry. The Mohawk quarterback finds room behind his right tackle, Aiden Armbruster, and motors his way down to the 31-yard line for a gain of 14. Tell you what, I'd run behind Aiden Armbruster as well.
Yeah, he's just easy to move. It's just easy to move. You just follow him, and you'll get at least 5 to 8 yards. Easy every time. He's
the tackle right side, stands 6'3", weighs 280 pounds. He's a junior. And on the right side of the line with him is Jackson Powell. He's a 6'4", 280-pound senior. That's 560 pounds of good blocking that Jake Brown followed on that play.
And they move well for their side. I mean,
and throw
really
some love to Thatcher Webb, the center, 300 pounds. And that entire offensive line that we've mentioned several times already doing a great job. Here's a quick pass to Carson Christian. Near sideline, reverses course. Takes it back to the ball, back to the middle of the field. Heads toward the left pylon, and he is going to go 31 yards for a Mohawk touchdown. No flags are down. It will stand.
What a play and what a run by Carson Christian.
Man, he caught that ball about 3 yards away from the near sideline and wound up scoring in the opposite end zone. A football field is a little over 50 yards in width.
He covered it in no time.
He sure did. The distance on that touchdown, what, 31 yards?
Yeah, 31-yard touchdown.
But he ran at least 85 plus, I would say. Here is the point after. It is no good, but I believe we had a flag prior to the snap, so we might get a do-over here for Northwest.
It's a do-over. I think it was encroachment by, or lined up off sides by the Minford Falcons.
It's a blessing for Wesson Lang.
Last one, he about put it in the backyard of that neighbor over there.
Wait a minute. The officials, one thought it went through, but I don't think it did. One said declined penalty and then threw up his hands to signal that the extra point was good, but I don't think that went through. So now the officials are talking with the Northwest coaching staff. Obviously, the Mohawks want to re-kick this.
Yeah.
If it didn't go through, and it didn't, okay, so now they will have a redo. They're in a hurry to do that kickoff, 40 and 40 seconds, and not give me a minute commercial break.
We got to get to that. We got to make sure we get our outro real quick.
What comes on TV at 10 o'clock tonight? Take two. Snap, good. Kick up. It is Good. Wesson Lang boots it through. It's 21-6 Mohawks. We're back in 60 seconds. They'll be playing in 40. This is high school football on the Breeze.
SOMC is proud to introduce the redesigned practice of the SOMC Orthopedic Associates. The improvements integrate orthopedic surgery, physical medicine and rehabilitation, and podiatry into a single comprehensive office. These key specialties work together to deliver coordinated, patient-centered care. By streamlining services, SOMC aims to enhance communication among providers. Comprehensive care for a body in motion. Call 740-356-1709 to schedule an appointment.
Little's Excavating in Wheelersburg. Services to Tri-State with a complete line of excavating and bobcat services. From septic installations to drainage work, Little's can prepare your ground for your project or work with you to install a system that they can design for you. Little's is the only area excavator licensed in aeration design. Little's offers septic installation, soil site evaluation, foundation, downspout, surface, and basement drains, drain fields, commercial ground preparation, and turnkey excavation. From major problems to little issues, contact Little's Excavating.
Wesson Lang puts some oomph into this one. He boots the ball down inside the 20-yard line. It's fielded by Peyton Cotto, who breaks to the right and takes off in between the right hash mark and right numbers. He takes the ball all the way out across the 40-yard line. Nice return of over 20 yards for the speedy Peyton Cottle. And the Minford Falcons now trailing 21-6 with 3:39 left to play before halftime will go to work with the ball resting at their own 44-yard line. 25 yards on the run back by Cottle. There has been a change in the score. Changes happen quick, especially when you get your tires changed at Bob and Floyd's on Chillicothe Street in Portsmouth. Two receivers each way for the Falcons. Curtis Glenn in the gun, gives to Cottle, looks for some room right side, and Cottle will be near a first down as he battles his way into Northwest territory before being tackled at the 47-yard line. Pickup of 9, that'll bring up second down and 1.
Really good run there by Cottle. And
I like him as a running back. I really, really do. I liked him a couple years ago as a quarterback, but with his speed, I think sometimes it can be more advantageous to have a speedy guy like that as that Swiss Army knife type player where you can line him up in the backfield, you can line him up as a slot, you can put him out wide, you can get the ball in his hands in different ways. He's got it again, and he'll find some room left side. Loses the ball. It is on the ground and picked up by Northwest. Carter Christian comes up with a fumble, heads to the middle of the field, cuts up, hurdles a player, still on his feet, inside the 30. He will not go down, and finally, we have bodies hitting the ground. The ball came loose at the tail end of the run, and Minford got it back. And Peyton Cottle was the player who got it. He fumbled it around the 43-yard line and then came back in and got the ball back for his Falcons around the 26. What an incredible play. And how about Peyton Cottle? He didn't hang his head and sulk after fumbling. He got up and went back on the opposite end of the field and made a play to get the ball back. Carter Christian with a heck of a run after recovering the fumble. He broke multiple tackles en route to getting down inside the 30-yard line, but then he coughed it up at the tail end. So Minford's going to get the football back. But, boy, did they lose a lot of real estate on the field. Now, because we did have a change of possession, it will be first down for the Falcons, who go to work first and 10 with the ball resting at their own 26, 5 wide. Glenn passes right side. This reception is made by Carter Frazee, and Frazee is going to be close to the first down. He might actually have it. Yes, he does. So a gain of 10, and that pushes the ball out to the the 36-yard line. Exactly 10 yards on that play.
What a play just happened. I mean,
I'm still processing that one.
That's like the old Maurice Clarett and the Miami Hurricanes 2002 Ohio State National Championship.
Yeah, but I don't think it was Clarett who actually fumbled that one. To see the guy offensively who fumbled the ball wind up getting it back, that is a rarity. Here's Glenn avoiding the tackle attempt from Armbruster. Glenn will fire up the field, and this pass is nearly picked off by Jake Brown. Carter Frazee was the intended receiver. That was a nice job by Minford quarterback Curtis Glenn on the scramble drill. Nice effort by Aiden Armbruster to apply the pressure. A good job also by Carter Frazee, who got open for a moment, but a really good break on the ball by Jake Brown there, who nearly had the interception.
Chuck, we got some fireworks going on.
We got playmakers out there, Matt. Players make plays. 2:06 left before halftime. 21-6 is our score. Northwest leads visiting Minford. Glenn on 2nd and 10 swings this ball out to Cottle, incomplete. While we've got a moment to catch our breaths and there's not something crazy happening, let's check the Northwest scoring recap from a few moments earlier. It's presented by Nancy Hawk, the Real Estate Gallery, with offices in Wheelersburg and Portsmouth. For all of your real estate needs, phone 740-574-9902 or log on to realestategallery.com.
Their scoring drive was a 5-play, 71-yard drive. 3:16 came off the clock, and it was a touchdown pass from Brown to Carson Christian for 31 yards. Extra point by Weston Lane was good. 21-6 Mohawks, and what feels like 8 minutes ago.
Exactly.
And 2 possessions ago.
Yeah. 2:02 left. It's 3rd down and 10. Glenn out of the gun. Trips right on the slant. Pass incomplete. That was intended for Carter Frazee, who all of a sudden has become a favorite target of Curtis Glenn. Incomplete. It's 4th down and 10. And a punting situation for Coach Jordan Michaels' Falcons with just under 2 minutes left.
He had the first down yardage. It was all there. Just a little low, but just kind of Frazee couldn't hang on to it.
Northwest set to get the ball back. Back in return formation for the Mohawks are Austin Smith and Carson Christian. Back to punt the ball away for Minford is Ty Borland. His last boot was a good one, which covered 37 yards and had a lot of height. Good snap, no rush.
Oh, my.
Borland blasts another, and it's going to hit at the 31-yard line, and Minford is quickly down there defensively to surround the ball, not enabling Northwest to field the ball. Good hustle play over there by Adrian Henderson of the Falcons. He's a 5'6", 135-pound sophomore. He downs it, and had he not been there, Peyton Cottle would have been. So with 1:46 left to play before halftime, the Mohawk offense will return to the field. 1st and 10 at Northwest's own 22-yard line. Mohawks lead by 15 points. 21-6 is the score.
42-yard punt right there. And how big is this possession right here for the Mohawks? They get the ball at half, too.
Yeah. Well, if Northwest would score here, this might be the case anyway, up by 15, but if the Mohawks would score here before halftime, it will completely change Coach Bill Crabtree's play calling style in the second half. Look for a big dosage of Jake Brown running the ball along with Ethan Ferguson, because then it will just be keep away. Play action. Brown wanting to throw, and he has time. Rolls to his right. Looking, firing, and on the comeback route is Orion Ellis. And, boy, that was not by design. That was one of those receiver drills that every receiving corps in America works on time and time again. The scramble drill, when you see your quarterback leave the pocket, you come back to him, and that's exactly what Ellis did. After he ran his route downfield and got to about the 45-yard line, he realized that his scrambling quarterback needed help. He ran back to him, made the reception at the 36-yard line before going out of bounds. Gain of 14 on the play, 1st and 10.
We have some whistles. Reset the game clock.
Going to add a few seconds to it, possibly, because Ellis went out of bounds.
Yep.
5 seconds have been added, 1:31 left. And when you're in the midst of a crucial 2-minute drill, every single second matters. Ball on the right hash mark. The line of scrimmage is the 36 of the Mohawks who have the ball. Smith motions inside to the near sideline, takes the reception at the 39-yard line, and then makes one defender miss and scoots his way out near the 45-yard line. Going to be about a yard short of a first down. Gain of 9 on the pass play, and that was a nice job by Austin Smith. Trips to the left, 2 receivers to the right. It's been a long time since I've seen Northwest in a 5-wide formation. Here's a quick pass to Carson Christian, steps back, gets to the 45-yard line, and that will be all. He's going to be corralled by a host of Minford defenders and stopped shy of a first down. Leading the charge was Bryce McLaughlin, and if you recall, just a short while ago, he got injured. It's good to see him not only back out there, but making plays for the Falcon defense. So we've got a timeout with 63 seconds remaining. 21-6 is the score. Mohawks lead. We'll step away for 30 seconds. This is high school football on the Breeze.
A remodel can be exciting like a walk down the red carpet, or it can be exciting like a stroll over hot coals. If you're going to do a remodel, do it right. Consult with a Waypoint Living Spaces dealer designer. They will work with you to determine your style and deliver exactly what you had in mind. On time, on budget, easy.
Tri-State Kitchens at 8516 Ohio River Road, Wheelersburg is your local Waypoint dealer. Phone 740-574-2802.
1:03 left to play in the first half. Northwest leads visiting Minford 21-6. Mohawks have the ball, faced with 3rd down and 1 from their own 45-yard line. After a Northwest timeout, the Mohawks break the huddle, come to the line of scrimmage, 4 wide, 2 each way. Brown in the shotgun. He's got Ferguson lined up to his left. Minford's Bryce McLaughlin, who made a nice play on the down to 4 shows blitz. Now steps back, big hit. I believe that was McLaughlin who came up to hit Ethan Ferguson, but Ferguson glances off of that impact and has a first down carry as he takes the ball across the 50 into into Minford territory, and it will be a first down for Northwest. The ball will be spotted at the 47-yard line. Gain of 8. Nice run by Ferguson. 50 seconds left. Back to work go the Mohawks. Brown rolls to his left. He pulls the football down, angling for the sideline, and he's going to be brought down. Let's see if they give him the sideline or if they say he was tackled in bounds.
Flag or helmet come off.
That was Cottle coming up to make the stop. The clock is stopped with 42 seconds remaining, so evidently he did get out of bounds, and it's 2nd down and 1. That was a good job there by Brown getting out of bounds to stop the clock, and a nice effort by Peyton Cottle, who closed that gap in a hurry and nearly prevented Brown from doing so. 4 receivers for the Mohawks once again, with 2 to the left, 2 more to the right. Ferguson flanks the left of Brown, who is in the shotgun. Brown takes the snap, steps up in the pocket. He's going to run again. He will go to the sideline again, and he will get out of bounds again, this time inside of the 35-yard line, and that will be a first down carry. There is a flag down, however, in the Mohawk backfield, resting around the 41-yard line. It's a hold on Northwest, so that will negate the first down carry by Brown. That'll back Coach Bill Crabtree's ball club up 10 yards. We will replay 2nd down with 36 seconds left to play before halftime.
And go back it up to the 47.
2nd down and 11. Actually backed it up to the 48. Again, that is a spot foul. Not from where the ball was snapped, but from where the penalty occurred. Each team with 2 timeouts remaining. Mohawks preparing for the 2nd and 11 snap. Brown hit in the backfield and dropped. Nice defensive play by the Minford Falcons. And getting back there quick, fast, and in a hurry to make the stop is Taylor Malone. The 6'1", 250-pound junior gets the sack. Clock rolling with 20 seconds left. It's 3rd down and long now for the Mohawks. And Northwest certainly not showing any sense of urgency here.
Yeah, I think they're
up in the pocket. He's going to pull it down, and he's going to go out of bounds. And a hit over there late. And the officials see it, catch it, and flag it. Yeah, that was pretty obvious. Brown was definitely out of bounds before that collision took place. So this will not be the end of the half. Northwest should have a free play here. There should be 15 yards tacked on to the end of that run, which, if I'm not mistaken, would take the ball down to around the 29-yard line. So you got a crack at the end zone or even a long field goal, perhaps. Boy, there's a Minford coach over there. I can't tell if that's Coach Jordan Michael or one of his assistants, but they are going off on the Minford Falcon defense for that play that just occurred moments ago, as they should.
That play, so went out about the 39-yard line, 15 yards from there.
Should take it down to the 24.
Or 24, yeah, 24.
So the officials talking it over. We will have an untimed down. And we remind you that at halftime, we will bring you the Calvary Baptist halftime show. Now, both teams have gone over to the respective sidelines. I'm not for sure if we have a timeout taken by one of these 2 teams, but we're going to keep things right here. The officials are conferencing. They have not spotted the football yet.
Here we go.
Should be unsportsmanlike conduct. Minford, 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, spotted at the 24-yard line, have an untimed down.
Now they're all standing around looking at each other. They were in such a hurry the first time.
Well, they're not now.
Are they saying holding?
Well, if there was a second flag indicating holding, I certainly didn't see it. That doesn't mean it didn't happen.
I wonder if they're saying...
Well, right now they're after talking things over amongst themselves, they're going over to Coach Bill Crabtree to explain the situation to him.
Somebody's still yelling at defense.
I'm not for sure if there's a visiting locker room here at Northwest or if the visiting team has to go behind the field house or in a field behind the bus or wherever they might have to go. But wherever they have their congregation at halftime, it's not going to be pleasant for Minford, I don't think.
No. So, dead ball. Personal foul.
Oh, there was a face mask on Northwest.
Yeah.
Did not see that one. Well, they should negate, and then, is there another penalty? No, one untimed down, he says.
So where are they playing the one time down from? The same spot?
That should be the same spot. That should be a complete do-over. Did not see the face mask penalty on Northwest, so the officials there, to their credit, did a really good job of
Here's the thing.
conferencing and working that out amongst themselves.
They don't know where the actual last play was at. The last play was actually, the down marker was 47-yard line. Northwest owned 47-yard line. So they've got their down markers backwards.
Yep.
Because technically this would be on the other side. Because guess what? I have the play right here.
You got it, right? So Northwest going to get a free 6 yards out of this. Let's see if it makes a difference. But one untimed down with the score 21-6 in favor of the Mohawks. So the ball is placed down in between the 47 and 48, actually, of Minford. And if you're Jake Brown here, I think you just throw it as far as you can and hope, or try to get it into the hands of one of your playmakers. He's going to throw near side, incomplete. Intended for, let's see who that was. I thought for a moment it was Orion Ellis, but I don't think that it was actually he. I believe that was Bradley Mason, number 16, yes. He was the intended recipient of the pass. So after all that, we waited for an incomplete pass, and we are officially at halftime. 21-6 is our score. Northwest leads visiting Minford on homecoming night. Stay with us. Halftime coverage coming your way next. We're back in 4 minutes on Classic Rock 107.5 The Breeze.
Total Media Group Station is presented by Portsmouth Block and Portsmouth Building Supply, People's Bank, the Real Estate Gallery, Little's Septic Service, Little's Grease Trap Removal, Little's Excavating, and Mr. Reuter Plumbing, the Counseling Center, Clark's Pump, the Minford IGA, Westside IGA, and Westside Hardware, Appalachian Marketing Media, and Dyer Insurance.
Hi, I'm Jay Hash with Hope Source. Hope Source helps individuals and families live complete, meaningful, and happy lives. We offer a full array of high-quality mental health and addiction treatment services to meet the individual needs of every person we serve. In every interaction, we provide the care we would expect for our closest friends or loved ones. No matter your situation, there is hope. For information, check out our website at hopesourcetreatment.com. Find us on Facebook or call 740-353-HOPE.
Hello, this is Megan Martin, Banking Center Manager at First State Bank. At First State Bank, we believe that when we build up our customers, our communities, and each other, we can make a lifelong difference. When you bank with us, you're supporting the local coffee shop down the street, a young couple's first home, and the community you live in. Stop in at our Portsmouth Banking Center or visit our website at fsb4me.com. That's FSB, the number 4me.com. First State Bank, built on belief. Member FDIC.
Visit your local groceries, the Minford IGA and Westside IGA, as well as Westside Hardware. At the Minford and Westside IGAs, you'll find full-service delis with fresh-cut Angus beef and daily lunch specials. The Westside IGA offers up an incredible 18-inch pizza special, which provides a 2-topping 18-inch pizza, a bag of chips, and a 2-liter, all for just $19.99. Right beside the Westside IGA is Westside Hardware. They've got all kinds of tools and fasteners, as well as an extensive amount of items pertaining to automotive, carpentry, plumbing, and heating and air. The Minford IGA, Westside IGA, and Westside Hardware open 7 days a week.
Don't shop for tires at a dealer whose idea of selection is white
like while they're Blackwall, head to the dealer who carries the brands you trust. Michelin offers safe, fuel-efficient, long-lasting tires that provide exceptional performance and extraordinary value. BF Goodrich tires are built for drivers looking for high performance and aggressive styling. Next time you need tires, get the selection you deserve.
See Bob and Floyd's Tire Sales, routes 23 south at 52 west, downtown Portsmouth.
If you're looking for a sharp used vehicle, give Coles a call. Coles Auto Sales in West Portsmouth offers a great selection of vehicles that are easy on gas, easy on the eyes, and easy on the wallet. So give Coles a call. Coles offers financing. Payment. You can apply for pre-approval by visiting Coles Auto Sales on Facebook. Give Coles a call at 740-357-6009 and visit their new and larger location at 16127 US 52 in West Portsmouth.
Gamp's Corner, Route 140 in Slocum, is the perfect way to start the day. The BP convenience store opens the doors at 5:30 with home-cooked breakfast, coffee, and that first smile of the day. Everything from groceries, pop candy, bread, milk, or fertilizer. They've even got an ATM for fast cash. Starting at 11 o'clock, enjoy delicious homemade pizza cooked to order. And remember, the BP convenience store will also deliver your home heating, fuel, and kerosene. Your one-stop shop for everything is the BP convenience store, Route 140 in Slocum, where it's good and green, both sides of the street.
High school football on this Total Media Group station is presented by Portsmouth Block and Portsmouth Building Supply, People's Bank, the Real Estate Gallery, Conley Trucking and Conley River Terminal, the Scioto County Career Technical Center, Carpenters Local Union 437, the Glockner Family of Dealerships, Gamp's John Deere and Convenience Store, SOMC, Portsmouth Insurance, Monroe's Frame and Collision, the McKinley Funeral Home, as well as Collier Companies.
At halftime, the Northwest Mohawks lead the Minford Falcons. 21-6 is the score. I'm Chuck Greenslade along with Matt Payton, welcoming you to the My Own Bible halftime show, brought to you by Calvary Baptist Church, located at 2306 Waller Street in Portsmouth, Ohio. While making great efforts to reach the world with the gospel, Calvary Baptist Church and My Own Bible seek to support all the athletes and families of Southern Ohio. You are invited to be our guest at Calvary Baptist Church this Sunday. My Own Bible exists to bring the Word of God to the world. With the Bible in over 30 languages, this mission is being accomplished. If you are looking for a Bible app, a daily devotional, or a Bible reading plan, My Own Bible can help. On the My Own Bible platform, you can search and share Scripture with just a touch of your screen. Download My Own Bible today for your computer, Apple, or Android device and discover the many Bible helps available to you. From devotional and Bible reading plans to commentaries and Bible helps resources, My Own Bible is a powerful tool for the gospel of Jesus Christ. For more information about Calvary Baptist Church or My Own Bible, visit becauseofcalvary.com. 21-6, Northwest leads Minford. Matt, what's your thoughts of the first half?
Interesting. Minford has the power, has like these playmakers to make plays. The thing is, their line's not really holding up against the defensive line of Northwest. Meanwhile, Northwest, I thought was going to come in and ground and pound. They got 107 yards passing. And when you have a great line that can give you time and protection, that's a huge factor. And they are getting protection, that's for sure. Jake Brown's not even getting touched. I think he's gotten, been sacked once or twice. But even then, those are extended plays. So he really hasn't been touched, and that's a big thing. Whereas it seems like Glenn is constantly moving around a little bit. But the thing is, Peyton Cottle, I think, needs to get the ball out in space, but Jake Brown's done a good job shadowing him and not letting him get the ball once he gets the ball in space. So I think there's going to be some things drawn up. I'm interested to see what the halftime adjustments are going to be in this game.
You and I both, and I'm anxious to hear the stats here in a short while, but the playmakers have really stepped up for both sides tonight, and Northwest has just made a few more plays, and boy, there have been some interesting ones, especially the one where Peyton Cottle fumbled late in the first half. That fumble was recovered by Northwest Carson Christian. He ran the ball about 40 yards the other direction, got bottled up after breaking a few tackles and hurdling a would-be tackler, and then Peyton Cottle came back and forced the fumble there and recovered it. So that's one that I'm sure will be making the rounds on YouTube.
And the thing is, he's the unknown. I didn't really know about him coming in. You kind of heard a little bit from Mark from having his game previous, but I had no clue about this kid. This kid's in play. I mean, He's got great size, great speed, and he's just very good at changing his direction. like I said, he's kind of been the do-it-all. Like I said, when we get to the stats, he pops out a little bit.
Well, the skill guys for both sides have really showed out at times tonight. I think the difference are those 5 interior linemen for the Northwest Mohawks. Can't say enough about that group. They have done an excellent job in the first half of play.
Like I said, if I'm moving furniture anytime soon, I'm going to see if I can get those guys to come get some big muscle, and that thing will get done in a hurry because they are moving bodies left and right, and that's huge.
Hayden Armbruster, Jackson Powell, Thatcher Webb, Dominic Stone, and Carter Lute are those 5 interior linemen for Northwest that we are discussing. They have done a great job.
Jackson Powell might be one of my favorite names. I always just want to yell, Jackson Powell, Powell, and that's what he's doing. Every time he hits, it's like watching the cartoon pop up, Powell.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he provides a hit, that's for sure.
Like a Batman show from the 60s. You just channeled your inner John Madden there. Yeah. Powell, kaboom,
Jackson
wowzers.
Powell.
Yeah. 21-6 is our halftime score. Northwest leads visiting Minford. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. When we return, we'll check scores from other games from around the area. This is the Calvary Baptist Halftime Show on Classic Rock 107.5 The Breeze.
Don't spend thousands of dollars on marketing that doesn't work. Appalachian Marketing Media can grow your business with targeted marketing strategies, tactics, and resources that actually do work. Appalachian Marketing Media sells market-friendly websites that are designed to convert traffic into clients. Appalachian Marketing Media provides superior customer service and will quickly respond to any of your website needs. With packages starting at $2,000, contact Appalachian Marketing Media on Facebook and learn more on their website.
Why is Southern Ohio Medical Center Urology Associates the perfect choice for you? It starts with the expert care of board-certified urologist Dr. Stephen Willems, followed by a variety of procedures offered right in the office, which means no hospital stay and a quicker recovery. Along with general urology care, SOMC Urology Associates also offers the latest in advanced treatments for enlarged prostate, including urolift and aquablation. Board-certified expertise and the latest procedures in prostate care. SOMC Urology Associates is the perfect choice. Call us at 740-3564-URO today.
Halls Napa in Wheelersburg wishes the best to all local teams and proudly commends the hard work put forth by our local high school athletes. Halls Napa is Scioto County's oldest running, family-owned Napa Auto Parts store, and the folks at Halls appreciate all of their loyal customers. Halls Napa carries auto parts and fluids, Milwaukee power tools, wipers, batteries, jump boxes, and more. Visit Halls Napa Auto Parts at 11774 Gallia Pike Road in Wheelersburg. And be sure to check out Halls Napa on Facebook. The Carpenters Local Union 437 is actively seeking apprentices and journeyman carpenters. Your pay is based on your experience, but you'll start out earning a good living wage with health care and pension. The Carpenters Union takes an earn-as-you-learn approach to their apprenticeship, ensuring you earn a good living wage with benefits for your family right from the start. And every apprentice will graduate with an associate degree. To learn more about joining your local Carpenters Union, contact Trampus Puckett at Carpenters Local 437. Phone 740-354-7518.
At halftime, the Northwest Mohawks enjoy a 21-6 lead over the Minford Falcons. I'm Chuck Greenslate, along with Matt Payton, and this is the My Own Bible App halftime show brought to you by the Calvary Baptist Church at 2306 Waller Street in Portsmouth. Let's check scores from other games around the area. Wheelersburg is all over Valley right now, 49-7. Portsmouth and Colgrove are all even at 14. You can hear the Berg Valley game on Mix 99.3. That game's also being streamed by Cool TV. The Portsmouth and Colgrove game being played at the Coliseum tonight can be heard on Fox Sportsmouth 95.7 FM. Elsewhere around the area, Ironton leads Jackson 21-3. Fairland has a 14-6 lead over the Gallia Academy. West is in front of Waverly 28-7. Rock Hill is on top of South Point 13-7. Sims Valley has a 21-6 advantage over Fairfield Christian. South Gallia leads Oak Hill 13-7. Belpre is up on Green 22-0. And Unioto leads Piketon 10-0. Again, our halftime score 21-6. The Notre Dame Titans are unbeaten, 4-0 under the direction of interim head coach Bobby Boldman, who was thrust into that role just a couple weeks before the start of the season. They will play tomorrow at home against Shadyside. The game tonight that was scheduled to be played between the East High Tartans and Eastern Megs was canceled because of injury and illness within the Tartan program. We were in Saudeville last week, and we could tell they were pretty depleted, and they unfortunately lost a few more, I hear, so they were unable to play this weekend. Hopefully they'll be able to play next week against the three-time reigning SOC1 champion Eastern Pike Eagles.
That's a big task. That Eastern Pike team is really good. I'm anxious to see. I may stop by the stadium. It's a 12 noon kickoff tomorrow for that game.
A nooner, a big noon kickoff in P-Town.
Big kickoff in P-Town. So I may try to stop down. I've heard there's going to be a lot of tailgating going on. So I was like, I'm going to mosey on down and see what's going on.
You heard there was going to be free food, and that's all you needed to hear.
When I got the text saying, hey, there's going to be some food down here, and I was like, okay, I can make a stop.
They had you at food, and oh yeah, there's a football game too. But we wish the best to Coach Bobby Bolden and his Titans tomorrow as they try to remain perfect hosting Shady Side. 21-6 is our score. Northwest leads Minford. We'll take another TO, and when we return, Matt will provide us with a look at the first half stats. This is the Calvary Baptist Halftime Show on Classic Rock 107.5 The Breeze. We're back in 3 minutes.
Rock 107.5 The Breeze is presented in part by these following sponsors: Giovanni's at the Depot and Brown Forest Products, 3D Outfitters Gun Show. To high school sports all season long on 107.5 The Breeze, and listen online by using the local happenings app.
Harris Floor Covering, located at 610 9th Street, Portsmouth, is the area's leading floor covering contractor. Harris Floor Covering has everything for your home or business, including resilient tile, sheet flooring, quarry tile, ceramic tile, outdoor floors, industrial floors, carpet, acoustic ceiling, underlayment, and more. Call Stephen Harris at 740-353-7959 or 740-352-9212. Harris Floor Covering, proud supporters of the youth of the area.
Since 1937, the McKinley Funeral Home has been there for families in a most stressing time of need. They've been there with their comfort and understanding, and the McKinley Funeral Home will continue to serve area families with a commitment even deeper than before. Call the McKinley Funeral Home and talk with their friendly step in making sure you're well pleased. That's the McKinley Funeral Home, located on U.S. Route 23 in Lucasville.
Phone 740-259-2481.
Penn Station East Coast Subs is a proud supporter of local high school sports and is always as fresh as the next play. With taste, quality, and generous portions, there's absolutely nothing quite like the Philly cheesesteak, the club, the Reuben chicken teriyaki, or the Italian. With great service and a friendly smile, Penn Station invites you in for lunch, dinner, or after the game and movie. And when you need a quality and healthy taste fix, it's Penn Station East Coast Subs, your first stop on the left into the viaduct, where at Penn Station, it's all about good taste.
At Clark's Pump and Shop, you'll find fantastic food, hot coffee, cold beverages, and drive-through convenience. Pay at the pump, always clean and courteous. Download the Clark's app to get signed up for the Clark's Loyalty Rewards Program. Earn points with every purchase to redeem cents off gas or free products within the store. Visit the Clark's Pump and Shop nearest you. Locations in Scioto, Pike, Lawrence, Jackson, Greenup, Lewis, and Boyd counties. Look for Clark's Marathon and Arco stations. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
When you're looking for great landscaping ideas, visit Portsmouth Block, 2700 Gallia Street, Portsmouth, where you'll find a full line of landscaping products such as decorative brick chips, landscaping block, brick pavers, retaining wall block, concrete landscaping edging, gravel, sand, and much more. Portsmouth Block sells to the public as well as to contractors. Create the fire pit, patio, wall, or water fountain you've dreamed of. Everything you need for the ultimate landscaping look is at Portsmouth Block, 2700 Gallia Street.
I'll see if I can contain my laughter. All right, first we got the visitors, the Minford Falcons. Falcons have 5 first downs on the evening. They have 2 passing, 3 rushing. They are 1 of 4 on third down efficiency, 0 for 1 on fourth down. They have 90 total yards of offense in the first half, with 47 yards passing and 43 yards rushing. They have just 1 penalty for 10 yards. And they have 9 minutes and 19 seconds time possession. Individual stats, Curtis Glenn is 5 of 10 passing for 47 yards. Rushing the ball for the Falcons, we have Curtis Glenn, 7 carries, 23 yards. We have Peyton Cottle, 5 carries for 20 yards. Receiving for the Falcons, we have Carter Frazee, 1 catch for 10. Colt Donahue, 1 catch for 39 yards and a touchdown. And here's the interesting one. Peyton Cottle, 3 catches, -2 yards. So they've been trying to get him out in the space, but it has not worked for them. Now let's look at the home team stats, the Northwest Mohawks. Mohawks had 14 first downs, Chuck, in that first half. They had 4 passing, 10 rushing. They're 6 of 8 on third down, and they're 1 for 1 on fourth down. The big stat, get this, Mohawks have 239 yards of total offense in the first half.
Wow.
So 239 yards to 90. Mohawks with 107 yards passing, and they have 132 yards on the ground. They have 2 penalties for 23 yards. Their time possession, 14 minutes and 17 seconds. Individual stats for Mohawks. Jake Brown is on fire tonight. 8 of 10 passing for 107 yards and 2 touchdowns. Receiving, Carson Christian, 4 catches, 36 yards, and a touchdown. Austin Smith, 1 catch for 9 yards. And Orion Ellis, 3 catches, 62 yards, and a touchdown. Individual rushing for the Mohawks. Carson Christian, 4 carries for 15 yards, 3.75 average. Ethan Ferguson, 7 carries, 41 yards, a 5.85 average. And Jake Brown, 14 carries, 76 yards, a 5.42 average. And Chuck, there's always that one important stat. And it all happened in one play. And that stat is?
That's the turnover report, Matt, which is a service of the Barrett Murphy Insurance Agency located at 1031 Gallia Street in Portsmouth. Isn't it? 353-31-21.
And the guy who had it and fumbled it was Peyton Cottle, and it was picked up by Carson Christian. Then Carson Christian fumbled it, and it was picked up by Peyton Cottle.
Yeah. He started it and ended it.
Yeah.
Bookend of 2 fumbles.
Negative 20 yards in the process, but it didn't count towards their running stats, but still wild.
Absolutely. Wild game so far. 21-6 is our halftime score. Northwest leads Minford. A big thank you goes to our friends at Penn Station East Coast Subs on the north end of Chillicothe Street in Portsmouth. Penn Station fuels the WZZZ and WNXT sports crews every weekend by offering us lunch. Visit Penn Station, where they are all about the freshness. Be sure to listen for the Barber Auto Parts replay of the week, which can be heard all week long here on Classic Rock 107.5 The Breeze, as well as on Mix 99.3 and Fox Sportsmouth 95.7 FM. Visit the Barber Auto Parts location nearest you with stores in Portsmouth, Ashland, and Chillicothe. And don't forget to tune into the Saturday Morning Sports Line every Saturday. Tomorrow's show will be on WNXT2 using the Local Happenings app. That gets underway in the morning at 9 o'clock. Since 1979, the Saturday Morning Sports Line has provided our area's coaches a platform to talk about their teams and players. You've been listening to the My Own Bible halftime show presented by Calvary Baptist Church at 2306 Waller Street in Portsmouth. While making great efforts to reach the world with the gospel, Calvary Baptist Church and My Own Bible seek to support all the athletes and families of Southern Ohio. You are invited to be our guest at Calvary Baptist Church this Sunday. My Own Bible exists to bring the Word of God to the world. With the Bible in over 30 languages, this mission is being accomplished. If you are looking for a Bible app, a daily devotional, or a Bible reading plan, My Own Bible can help. On the My Own Bible platform, you can search and share Scripture with just a touch of your screen. Download My Own Bible today for your computer, Apple, or Android device and discover the many Bible helps available to you. From devotional and Bible reading plans to commentaries and Bible helps resources, My Own Bible is a powerful tool for the gospel of Jesus Christ. For more information about Calvary Baptist Church or My Own Bible, visit becauseofcalvary.com. Mohawks by 15. Northwest leads Minford 21-6. We'll take a 60-second timeout and be back to start the second half at Roy Rogers Field in McDermott. This is high school football on Classic Rock 107.5 The Breeze.
the gang at Conley Trucking and the Conley River Terminal wish the best to our local athletes. In business since 1975, Conley Trucking will do both commercial and residential work, hauling everything from gravel to grain. The next time you need fill dirt or limestone, contact Conley Trucking and the Conley River Terminal. Phone 740-776-7634. For a quote, email conleytrucking@frontier.com. And again, Josie and Carly wish all area athletes the best of luck. High school football on this Total Media Group station is presented by Portsmouth Block and Portsmouth Building Supply, People's Bank, the Real Estate Gallery, Little's Septic Service, Little's Grease Trap Removal, Little's Excavating, and Mr. Rooter Plumbing, the Counseling Center, Clark's Pump and Shop, First State Bank, the Minford IGA, Westside IGA, and Westside Hardware, Appalachian Marketing Media, and Dyer Insurance.
To the second half we go in McDermott. I'm Chuck Greenslade along with Matt Payton. Northwest in front of Minford, 21-6. Ty Borland is getting set to boot the ball away for the Falcons. Back deep to return for Northwest is Carson Christian and Austin Smith. Carson Christian started out the game wearing number 1, but that jersey got ripped, so he has changed to number 4.
I had him as 2 to start the game, and he went to 1. He's on 4. He's running out of jerseys.
Little pooch kick, and it's going to be fielded out of the air by one of the up men for Northwest, who is offensive lineman Thatcher Webb. He starts at center. He's 6'4", 300 pounds, and he just fielded a kickoff return. How about that?
And he got up gracefully, and man, he put a nice little spin with the pirouette on it. I mean, man.
Yes, he sure did. He might be the only 300-pounder to return a kickoff around the area tonight.
Yeah, and he basically just, solid.
And how about the faith that Coach Bill Crabtree has in that young man to have him on the front line where opportunities like that do occasionally present themselves. The hands team, essentially. He does touch the football to start every play, being the starting center. 4 wide for the Mohawks. Snap goes to Jake Brown out of the gun, and that's a designed quarterback keeper. He finds room behind Jackson Powell and Aiden Armbruster anchoring the right side of that line, and center Thatcher Webb doing his fine part in blocking as well. And Brown will carry the football into Minford territory before being brought down at the 47. That's going to go for a gain of 6 to make it 2nd down and 4.
Yep.
You can already tell that Northwest is not going to be in any hurry in between plays. With a 15-point lead, that play clock has become Coach Bill Crabtree's new close and personal friend, I believe, for the duration of this game. Christian motions to the far side, takes the handoff, and he is going to be hit shy of the line of scrimmage, but spins forward, maintains his balance, and fights forward. He's still not down, and it took about half of the Minford defense to eventually get Christian on the ground, and he did not drop to the turf until getting all the way down to the 37-yard line, a gain of 10. And Matt, I would have to go back and watch the replay to tell you for sure, but I bet the last 7 of those 10 yards were yards after contact. What a great run.
Now you see why he has another jersey.
Absolutely. It's why the first one got ripped off. 4 wide, Brown in trouble, and he gets his pass away. It is caught by Orion Ellis, and Ellis is going to be brought down just inside of the 30. A late flag comes in the secondary. That was a nice job by Jake Brown getting that pass away. He took a pretty big hit there after releasing the ball. And a nice job by Ellis getting open and getting a few extra yards after making the reception. But this is going to come back as the penalty will go on the Mohawks.
It looks like a legal shift.
So we will be replaying first down while this penalty yardage is assessed. Let me remind you that the second half kickoff, just as the opening kickoff, was presented by Harris Floor Covering at 610 9th Street in Portsmouth, as well as Harris Outdoors at 616 9th Street in Portsmouth. Harris Floor Covering is the area's leading floor covering contractor that has everything for all your floor covering needs. Call Stephen Harris at 353-7959 and visit Harris Outdoors for firearms and hunting equipment. First down play, Brown in trouble, wanting to throw. He will be sacked back around the 45-yard line. Nice defense by the Minford Falcons, and leading the charge looked to be Gage Witt. Was it 59? Noah Wittig then, I beg your pardon. I thought it was 58. You're right, it is number 59, Noah Wittig. He is a 6'1", 235-pound senior, and he drops Jake Brown back at the 45-yard line. That'll make it 2nd down and 18. Coming up on the 10-minute mark here in quarter number 3 at Roy Rogers Field, where the Mohawks enjoy a 21-6 lead.
It kind of surprised me they were quick to the line that second play. That called the penalty.
Christian motions the far side. The give is going to go to Ferguson. Ferguson has room near side and lowers the shoulder and delivers a nice hit to the defender just before going out of bounds. That's another nice run by Ethan Ferguson.
They caught on the tackle.
Ferguson's going to take the ball inside the 35-yard line to the 34. That'll be a 10-yard pickup to bring up 3rd down and 7. It would not shock me to see a bigger dosage of Ethan Ferguson moving forward. Entered the game averaging over 9 yards a carry.
Right now he's at 8 carries, 52 yards, 6.5 per carry.
That's still not bad, is it?
No. You get behind that right side of the line, well, probably the whole line you get behind him, especially the right side, you're going to get yardage.
He did score a touchdown in the second quarter, had one call back in the first. Here's Brown's pass intended for Ellis, incomplete. We saw those two connect on that type of comeback route late in the first half, but unable to this time. Incomplete, and it's 4th down.
I tell you what, the backside pressure almost got there. Ty Borderman was chasing down Brown, and it was a blind side. He could have knocked that ball loose possibly, but Brown, good timing, pocket awareness to get rid of the ball.
Was that Marty Staker, the linebacker, who got over there to defend that play?
Yep.
He delivered a hit on Ellis, not enabling him to make the catch.
It was 4th and 7. I think they're just kind of figuring out what they want to do.
Sparks is a nice player for Minford. Play action. Little swing pass left side. This is caught, but
What
the
a
tackle will be made well shy of the first down. Carter Frazee was the Minford defender making the stop. No gain on the play. Nate Fry was the Mohawk who made the catch, and Northwest turns it over on down. So the Minford defense steps up and forces a turnover on downs, and now the Falcon offense will retake the field with their team down by 15 points, 21-6 with 9:42 remaining in the 3rd quarter. The ball will be placed down on the right hash mark. The line of scrimmage is Minford's own 34-yard line. Trips to the left. Couple receivers to the right. And Curtis Glenn's going to call his own number. The quarterback spins forward and gets near a first down. That was a nifty run by Kurt Glenn. It looked like he was going to go down around the 40, got his hand down and was able to back forward and fall over a defender for about 3 extra yards. Give him 9 on the carry to set up 2nd down and 1 with the ball now resting at the 44. Trips to the left again, a tight end and a wing to the right, and it's Curtis Glenn on the quarterback keeper, hitting the backfield, breaks away from the tackler, and surges forward to get enough to move the sticks. Nice play by Curtis Glenn. Hit about 2 yards deep in the backfield. He winds up breaking that tackle and getting a much-needed 1-yard pickup to move the sticks.
2-yard carry out to the 45.
It almost looks like a Wildcat type of formation here in the first few plays of this drive with Kurt Glenn back there by himself with a 5-wide look for the Falcon offense up front.
What's wild is I think they threw for 400-some yards 2 weeks ago, and tonight they only have 47.
Credit the Mohawk secondary for that and the pass rush. Here's the give to Cottle. Not going to break away. He's going to be tackled right around the line of scrimmage, possibly for a short loss. Nice defense again by Northwest. Jackson Powell in there to make the stop along with Aiden Armbrister.
Actually, that was Borland on the carry.
Oh, it was Ty Borland, I beg your pardon.
I see the big arm brace. That's the only reason why I know. And he had a big game last week running the ball, didn't he? He had 60 yards, I believe?
Well, now my inquiring mind must research and relay. Ty Borland, 9 carries for 66 yards.
Oh, man.
That was in the 29-6 win over Oak Hill last week. He goes for no gain on this carry, though. It's 2nd down and 10. Rolling to his left is Glenn. Fires, overthrown. Pressure was being delivered by the Mohawk defense up front. Armbrister was in the backfield, and so was Dominic Stone, a 5'10", 230-pound senior.
I don't think that defensive line for Northwest gets enough credit. They are applying tremendous pressure.
So many of the guys that play on the defensive front are the same ones that start on the offensive line, and they're just good players.
They can move. They're so athletic and so big, and they're they're strong. They can just out-muscle the offensive line, but they can move their feet.
It's one thing to be big and strong. It's another thing to be able to move. When you're big and strong and you can move, you're something special. Here is Glenn, double clutching, throwing over the middle, pass, incomplete, nice hit.
Jake Brown.
And Jake Brown comes up and delivers a pop to the Minford receiver. That was a good ball by Curtis Glenn, and the receiver over there did everything he could. That's Wyatt Swick, a 6'1", 195-pound freshman, and boy, Swick is going to feel that tomorrow.
Yeah, it was right on the money.
Yeah, he nearly made the catch, to Swick's credit, but that hit by Jake Brown was timed just perfectly and in the right position to dislodge the ball from Swick when it looked like he was going to make a first down reception. But as it is, it's 4th and 10 after the incompletion and another punting situation for the Minford Falcons. Borland is back in formation. High snap. It goes 10 yards over his head, back to the 15-yard line. Borland picks it up. He stays with it. Still gets off a nice boot, and a good punt will hit at the 37-yard line and roll down to around the 30. Nice job by Ty Borland maintaining his composure to run back, pick up the ball first and foremost, secure it, realize that he didn't have to hurry, and still got a good punt away.
On net, it's his 25-yard punt, but he punted that ball about 20 yards back from the line of scrimmage. Technically, it's about a 45-yard punt he just got
Technically.
off.
Nice job, Ty Borland. Super play. And Northwest didn't have a rush on. They were thinking about setting up a return.
Ty's a tall guy. Like, he's a good-sized guy.
He is. Very solid athlete, and he's pretty good at everything he does. From what I've been told, we talked about this during last basketball season with the great run that Minford had last year, going all the way to the Final Four. He was a part of that team. Didn't see a lot of minutes, but I was told that baseball is actually his sport.
Oh, he's got a heck of an arm.
Well, we saw him do some good things on the basketball court the last couple of years. He's done some really good things on the football field here tonight, and definitely on the baseball diamonds, he's solid. Here's a short pickup for Northwest. Is that Jake Brown on the carry?
Yep.
He's going to take the ball out to the 33-yard line. Gain of 3 to set up 2nd and 7. Coming up on 7 minutes to play in the third quarter, the Mohawks maintaining a 21-6 lead over Minford. Each team has had a possession so far here in the second half. Both teams picked up at least one first down offensively before, in Northwest's case, the Mohawks turned it over on downs, and in Minford's case, offensively, the Falcons had to punt. 4 wide for the Mohawks. Swing past Carter Christian near side, incomplete.
Yep.
Did not have possession of it. It'll be 3rd down and 7.
Nice little play. They've done that a couple times, and it's worked in their favor. He had a 31-yard touchdown catch and run from that earlier where he ran about 85 yards.
Boy, this Mohawk offense has completely been revamped.
Yeah.
From the way it has been the last couple of years. They have really spread things out.
Here's the thing, though. It's still power running. Like, they're still running between the tackles a lot.
Yeah.
But they're spreading it out where you can't put all those guys in the box to stop them now.
Yep.
That's what's impressive. And they basically used Jake Brown as a running back.
Very effectively. 5 wide, pass over the middle, caught. This is Carter Christian. He's going to have the first down. Hit at the 41-yard line, and then does a couple spins with Marty Sparks holding on to him. And Christian is able to get the ball out to the 43, and we've got our first cramp of the evening, and I think that is Christian who made the reception. Orion Ellis came over to help stretch his calf out a little bit. Now he'll make way for the trainers to step in and do the same. I was kind of wondering, with the temperature being as warm as it was today, got up to around 90, if we would see some cramps tonight. Now, granted, once the sun started to set, which was shortly after kickoff, the temperatures cooled dramatically. But, you know, this has had to be a tough week, I would think, for all high school football players around the area, because you expect it to be hot during summer practice. You expect it to be hot the first week or two of the regular season, but it really cooled off going into the opening week of play, now 4 weeks ago, and you're thinking, all right, fall is here. The highs we're going to see is around 70. It's going to get down to about 60 every evening. And then all of a sudden, boom, it gets hot again, and that can be miserable because your body adjusts to the cooler temperatures, and then when it gets hot, oh, those practices right after school around 3:30, 4 o'clock, those can be just absolutely excruciating.
I watch practice out back every day when I leave work, and I'm like, better you guys than me.
That's right.
I'm heading to air conditioning, so y'all have fun.
Yeah, it has been warm at times this week. No doubt about it.
It's been one of the hottest weeks, I think, in this, September?
Yeah.
It's one of the hottest Septembers.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. Yep, absolutely. But as quickly as those warm temps roll in, they'll be departing very soon. I heard some say that this is the final official week of summer, I believe, until it turns fall. Is that right?
I think so, although I noticed some leaves already falling. So
I noticed that about 3 weeks ago. Yeah. The fall foliage, get ready for it.
Does that mean you were out there raking some leaves?
That is not at all what that means. I was just hoping the wind would start blowing so my neighbors could worry about my leaves. And take one down passing around, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
The gift that keeps on giving. The only thing with that, you know, when you get that bucket brigade of leaves going through the neighborhood, while your leaves off your trees might go to your neighbor's house, the neighbor on the other side, their leaves come to you. So, I mean, it all cycles around.
It does. It's a giving. See, it's the beginning of the giving season.
That's right. That is absolutely right. College football tomorrow, it's kind of a lean slate. Ohio State is off. UK is off. The Cincinnati Bearcats are off. So I guess people are going to get out and about. Tomorrow is a good Saturday to do it and maybe do a little yard work.
There's a remote, tomorrow.
There is at the St. Mary's Festival in Portsmouth. You ever been to that?
No, I've always been doing something with college football or something during that weekend. So
it's a
I'm
really
actually
nice
off that
event.
weekend.
Yeah. In years past, I don't know what the agenda is for tomorrow, but in years past, they have had big screen TVs over there when Ohio State has been playing, and I think maybe Notre Dame. There's a few people there that have interest in what Notre Dame's doing, of course.
A few.
Fighting Irish. Player has made it to the sideline under his own power. Play resumes, and Ethan Ferguson will have the first down carry, and another good one it is, as Ferguson finds room right side, and he takes the ball out across the 45-yard line to the 47.5. It's going to be a gain of 4 to set up second down and 6.
Gage Witt on the tackle for the Falcons.
Well, typically wherever you see arm brister, that's where you see the ball carrier go. And correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think Northwest does any flip-flopping with their line. Occasionally
They
you'll
just
see.
did a minute ago. Like in the first half they did.
Yeah, here is Brown stepping up. He's got room left side, has the first down, keeping his feet, fighting forward inside of the 40-yard line. A flag comes in late from the secondary, but good blocking up front by the Mohawks and a really nice run by quarterback Jake Brown. That looked like a quarterback trap.
Yep, because you had
people pulling from the right side.
Yeah, you ended up having Armbrister full from that right side. But in the first half, they actually had Armbrister go to the left tackle, and they ran behind him that time. This time they did the trap pull, and it looks like there's a cramp again. I want to say that might be elite, or there's a block, I think, downfield possibly.
Yeah, that looks to be the case. That's a preliminary call. It is a Minford Falcon over on the far sideline who is cramping at the moment. So a game that had a rather quick pace in the first half has been slowed a little bit due to these cramps. It looks like the player is up now, and we should hopefully be able to continue on very, very quickly, but more importantly, hopefully the player is okay.
So it's going to be...
Didn't lose all those yards, but lost the majority of them. They're going to spot the ball at the 49.5-yard line of Minford. So it winds up being about a 3-yard pickup.
So it is a 3-yard pickup, but because of the penalty, it will draw back to now. It will be second and about 4.
3. And here's a give up the middle. Now it's 1st and 10. It's Ethan Ferguson again. Love the way he runs the football. They've had some really good hard running backs here at Northwest down through the years. They truly have.
First down Mohawks. Ethan Ferguson with the first down run.
Ball will be spotted just shy of the 45-yard line of Minford. Coming up on 5.5 minutes to play in the third period. Mohawks up 21-6. I'm Chuck Greenslate with Matt Payton. Gregory Tackett is our studio engineer, and we've got the Appalachian Marketing Media video crew with us here tonight to bring you this game in a multitude of ways on the radio and online video streamed. However you might be listening or watching this evening, we certainly appreciate it. 4 wide for the Mohawks, 2 each way. Ferguson is in the backfield to the right of Brown. Ferguson will take the handoff. He has room left side, and he delivers punishment at the tail end of that run, as he has so often tonight. He'll be marked just inside of the 40-yard line. Second down coming up for Northwest. Gain of 6, it looks like. Second down and a long 4 for the Mohawks.
So right about his average is where he got to.
They'll spot this right at the 40. Looking ahead to next week for these two ball clubs. Northwest will be back at home to host the Valley Indians. That's a really good rivalry matchup. And Minford will be on the road again visiting the West Senators. Here's a give to Carter Christian, and the ball came loose. There's a scrum pile for it. Let's see who underneath of that massive humanity has possession of the football. No indication from the officials yet, that I have seen anyway.
Yep.
Now they just signal Northwest. Yep, Mohawk football.
Guess who got that ball? Thatcher Webb.
Thatcher Webb.
He's good hands. There's a commercial for that.
He really is. Of course, he fielded the second half kickoff to start the third quarter. That fumble recovery presented by Hope Source. Start your recovery today by calling Hope Source, 740-353-HOPE. Third down and 2. Ball spotted at the 38-yard line. Here is Brown on the keeper. Room left side, breaking tackles, sidestepping defenders, and taking the ball for a first down carry down around the 32-yard line. That will move the sticks for the Mohawks.
It's a tackle trap again.
Nice play. But yes, this Northwest offense is so different than it has been in years past with that double wing, single back, tight splits. Usually with that, you saw fullback right or left. You saw the right wing to the left wing to the right. Occasionally they'd bootleg off of it, giving the quarterback an opportunity to run it. Sometimes throw out of it, which was rare. But, boy, this offense that they are running here this season, so many more options are presented. And they have the personnel to do this, and it shows in the numbers, and it reflects on the scoreboard tonight.
Yeah, they're racking up. They're over 300 yards right now.
Smith motions to the near side. Brown rolls that way, looking downfield, throwing on the run, pass incomplete, intended for Orion Ellis. On the coverage for Minford was Mason Bailey. That incompletion will make it second down and 10. I really am pleased with what Coach Bill Crabtree has done and is doing with the culture here at Northwest. They have represented themselves very well the last few years against everybody that they have gone up against, including Wheelersburg last week. They might not have gotten the outcome on the scoreboard that they had hoped, but I don't think Northwest fears Wheelersburg. Rather,
Yeah,
I mean that was a pretty good game for a while.
14-0
Yeah, and Northwest had some opportunities, and these folks shouldn't fear anybody.
Oh,
here is Ethan Ferguson. When you got a guy who can run a ball like Ethan Ferguson, no need to be afraid. Ethan Ferguson's making some defenders afraid possibly as this season moves forward. He battles his way down to the 25-yard line.
Gain of 7.
Third down and 3 coming up.
And right now, Ferguson's still at 13 carries, 75 yards, 5.75 per carry.
Yeah. With Portsmouth entering the SOC in a couple years, there's been talks, nothing I've heard confirmed, that they will be going to 3 divisions in football. That's what they do with most of the other sports now, with Northwest in the middle division and baseball, basketball, and the others. But that remains to be seen, but it will be interesting to see if Northwest continues to stay in the upper division or if they will go to a middle division if one is ever created. They spent several years in the SOC Division 1 and just moved back a couple years to the SOC 2, and they've represented themselves very well.
They really have, and it's just hard getting 3 divisions. And I think that's going to be the...
it's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough, and especially when you see teams in the small school division like Green and East who have already had to cancel a game this year for various different reasons.
Yeah.
But when the D7 schools in our area lose a couple kids for whatever the case might be, it hurts. There was a gain of 2 on the play before on third down. On 4th and 1, the Mohawks go for it with the quarterback sneak. Jake Brown picks it up. Nice run by Brown and a good push up front by that big offensive line that we've talked about time and time again for Northwest. The ball was carried down to the 21-yard line, and that's a fresh set of 4 for Northwest, which is not only moving the ball and churning the yards, they are completely eating up this third quarter clock.
I mean, they're down to, what, a minute 26 now?
Yep.
And their time possession now is 23 minutes to Minford's 11.
And Minford is going to have a very difficult time trying to overcome this 21-6 deficit if the Falcons offense doesn't get out there.
Formation.
I formation. Student body right. It's Ethan Ferguson taking the pitch, and he will spin down to the 16-yard line for a gain of 5 to bring up 2nd down and 5. On the stop for the Falcons is Isaiah Robertson. He's a 6'2", 185-pound senior, and with that, the Mohawks have moved into the quality heating and air red zone. Quality heating and air can be found on Route 52 in Sugar Grove. Now, we talked about what a great job that Coach Bill Crabtree has done here at Northwest throughout his 7-year tenure. I really like what Jordan Michael is doing in Minford. You know, the positivity that he exudes is what amazes me about him. And everybody seems to be bought in. Here, lineman dream. We got a big lineman carrying the football out of the fullback position. 55. And let's see, that is Dominic Stone. And he lumbers his way down inside the 10-yard line to the 7, I believe, is where they're going to spot him. And that's going to make it 1st and goal.
Big man.
Love it.
Ball.
Big man with football is a beautiful thing.
9-yard carry.
Stone is a 5'10", 230-pound senior. When you get 280-pound, 300-pound lineman blocking for a guy who is running the football who is 230 pounds.
Fourth quarter.
Yeah, buddy. That's going to be very difficult to stop. We are heading to the 4th period, Matt, as the final seconds will tick away here. The 3rd, it's 21-6. Northwest through 3. We're back in 60 seconds. This is high school football on the Breeze.
At People's Bank, our team of local, trust, and wealth management professionals can help you achieve your financial goals. We offer comprehensive services including investment management, retirement planning, estate planning, trust administration, and more. Our customized strategies are designed to grow and preserve your wealth while minimizing risk. Let People's Bank put our decades of expertise to work for you. Call me, Elise Dye, or one of our other trust and wealth management professionals today to schedule your free consultation. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Hi, I'm Gary Duzan of Portsmouth Insurance, a TAH Benefits partner.
And I'm Jay Hazelbaker, president of TAH Benefits.
Portsmouth Insurance specializes in helping local business owners with their employee benefits.
We understand that operating a business can be stressful. Let us alleviate at least one of those worries for you. Portsmouth Insurance understands the health insurance marketplace, and our commitment to service and knowledge of both the personal and business insurance markets can give you peace of mind.
For assistance with all of your employee benefit needs, call us at Portsmouth Insurance, 740-353-4105.
To the 4th quarter we go at Roy Rogers Field in McDermott, where the Northwest Mohawks on homecoming night enjoy a 21-6 lead over the Minford Falcons. Both these teams 2-2 entering this evening's contest. Northwest looking for its first Southern Ohio Conference win of the season after falling to Wheelersburg last week. Minford trying to remain unbeaten in conference play after defeating Oak Hill a week ago. But right now, things definitely going the Mohawks' way. It's 1st and goal Northwest with the ball at the 8-yard line. Run up the middle, and not a lot there as the Minford defense stiffens. It'll be 2nd down and goal.
I see who carried that ball.
A lot of Minford defenders in on that play. It was a dive up the middle, out of the eye.
Dominic Stone, I think, was the carrier there.
He's carried the ball the last couple times for Northwest. Last play of the 3rd and the first play of the 4th. He stays in at fullback. Ethan Ferguson's a deep back. Jake Brown, I think, wants to throw, and he will get a pass away, incomplete, and he was just lucky to get that ball away. Good pressure by Minford, and the defender who was applying that pressure looks to be down with a cramp, and there's another Falcon down right at the line of scrimmage. From my vantage point, I can't tell who that is, but boy, that's nothing that you want to see. 2 players
23,
down.
McLaughlin was one who was down at the line of scrimmage.
He's up, though, as you said, and the defender on the far sideline who made the tackle, or the pass rush, I should say, which forced the incomplete pass, he is just enduring a cramp. I say just. It's not just a cramp when you're the one experiencing the cramp.
You know you just jinx yourself for like a 4 a.m. cramp call.
Oh, let's hope not.
Those are the
worst.
worst.
Hope not.
The absolute worst. Well, score updates.
All right.
Well, it was 3-0 Jackson last I heard for a little bit. Ironton woke up 42-3. Ironton. Wheelersburg, last I saw was 7-7. I wasn't paying attention at halftime when you get the scores, but now it's 52-7. Wheelersburg's up on Valley.
The West Senators are having a good showing in Waverly tonight. They lead 41-7. Yeah, and in Major League Baseball, the Cincinnati Reds in search of that final National League wild card spot. They have a 7-4 lead over the Cubs in the 8th inning.
And 14-14, Colgrove and Portsmouth at the end of the third quarter.
Yeah,
that's a ball game over at the Coliseum tonight.
It is a good ball game.
So, plenty of games going on tonight.
And, you know, we've got a pretty good one here. If Northwest winds up scoring on this drive, it's going to make the degree of difficulty much greater for the Minford Falcons. But you still can't help but think if something quirky would happen here with the weapons Minford has, they've got some playmakers who can bust one at any time.
Yeah, they really do. And that's what, it's not like you're lulling asleep a little bit, but all of a sudden, guess what? 2 plays, this can be right back into being a ball game.
Oh, yeah. We have 11:29 left to play in this contest. 21-6 is our score. Northwest leads. Be sure and stick around following the game for the Minford Telephone, Minford TV, and Falcon One Internet postgame show. We will be checking stats and naming tonight's award winners. We'll look at the turnover report and also take a glance at our Glockner family of dealerships' glance to the future. Saturday morning sports line tomorrow. We'll talk with Scioto County's high school football coaches. That'll start at 9 o'clock and can be heard on WNXT2 using the Local Happenings app. As far as the awards, Carpenters Local Union 437 will present a T-shirt to one of the 2 teams in action here this evening. We will name our Gamps John Deere Outstanding Run of the Game. We definitely have a few candidates for that award. The Portsmouth Block Big Block of the Game. We have some candidates for that as well. The Monroe's Frame and Collision Big Collision of the Game and the Roger and Snuffy Player of the Game will be the headliner, presented by Collier Companies.
A little shotgun formation here.
The Minford defender has made it off the field, and we are ready for play to resume on 3rd down and goal. Snap goes to Jake Brown, trying to find the edge left side, cuts back up inside, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Mohawks. And with that, it is now 27-6 after the 8-yard TD run by the Northwest Mohawk quarterback, Jake Brown, the 6'3", 180-pound senior.
And he now has 22 carries, 106 yards on the ground.
And, Matt, he actually went to the left on that play. Going for 2, 5 wide, 3 receivers to the right side of the formation, 2 to the left. It's a design quarterback run, and Jake Brown is in again.
Fumble.
No, he fumbled the ball. I beg your pardon. He lost the ball before crossing the plane. His body went into the end zone, but the football did not. The fumble is recovered by Mason Bailey, the freshman for Minford, so the 2-point conversion run is unsuccessful. That recovery sponsored by Hope Source. Start your recovery today by phoning 740-353-HOPE. 27-6 is your new score. We'll step away for 30 seconds and be back for the kickoff. This is high school football on the Breeze.
On the Esplanade Laser Center and Medical Spa in Portsmouth knows that looking better makes you feel better. On the Esplanade offers body contouring, numerous skin services such as microneedling and chemical pills, as well as Botox and Juvederm injections. Plus, On the Esplanade has Obagi skincare products, among others. Let On the Esplanade Laser Center and Medical Spa help you look your best. Visit On the Esplanade, 813 Gallia Street, Portsmouth, and follow On the Esplanade on Facebook.
There's been a change in the score. Changes happen quickly, especially when you get your tires changed at Bob and Floyd's on Chillicothe Street in Portsmouth. It's now 27-6. The Northwest Mohawks lead Minford with 11:23 left to play in the ball game. Here is the kickoff by Northwest. It bounces back inside the 15-yard line and is picked up by Peyton Cottle, who reverses course and heads to the left side. Down the far sideline, across the 40, across the 45, down the far sideline, and finally bumped out of bounds, but not before Peyton Cottle takes the football in the Northwest territory. That was a great run back after Cottle managed to field the Wesson Lang kickoff.
Man, he took that from about the 16-yard line all the way back to the 45. It's a big gain.
Sure is. 39 yards to be exact on that run back, and that will make it 1st and 10 for the Falcons at the 45 of the Mohawks with 11:12 left. We'll check the scoring recap here in just a moment.
They're still not out of this game. I mean, they get a score here, onside kick, go for 2. I mean, it's
crazier things have happened. 5 wide for Minford. And pressure, and the quarterback is dropped. Kurt Glenn just had nowhere to go there before pressure surrounded him and swarmed him under.
Aiden Armbrister and Thatcher Webb.
Thatcher Webb definitely in there. Armbrister as well. Loss of 2 on the play. It's 2nd down and 12. Let's check the scoring recap It's a service of Nancy Hawk at the Real Estate Gallery, Wheelersburg and Portsmouth. For all of your real estate needs, phone 740-574-9902 or log on to realestategallery.com.
Chuck, that drive by the Mohawks was a 17-play, 70-yard drive. 8:28 came off the clock, and it was a touchdown run from Jake Brown from 6 yards out. 2-point conversion was no good. 27-6. Northwest.
Glenn throws over the middle, and that pass is caught by Colt Donahoe inside of the 40-yard line down to the 37. Nice pick up there on the play. Going to go for 10 yards to bring up 3rd down and 2. Regardless of what happens here as far as the outcome is concerned, this is a really good opportunity for the Minford, I beg your pardon, to work on its 2-minute drill. There might come a time later in the season where this is done when it really matters in the outcome of the game. Here's Glenn rolling to his left, and he will go out of bounds back around the 46-yard line.
Yeah, at first I thought he was going to throw it away.
So a loss of, looks like 9, maybe 10, yeah. 4th down and 12, and the Minford offense is going to stay out there. That would have been a tough one to have thrown away. He's a right-handed quarterback rolling to his left like that. He would have had to have twisted his body around. Pressure was coming, and there was just nobody there to throw to.
Well, and there were people all around.
Yeah, so if you cock your arm to throw it, there's a chance that it gets knocked loose. So on 4th and 12, Glenn out of the gun, under duress again, rolls to his right, evading pressure, still on his feet after a slight hit, and he throws back across the body, intended for Colt Donahoe, incomplete. Nice effort by Kurt Glenn, who was running for his life. He was nearly able to get the ball on target to Donahoe, who had a catch earlier in this drive, but the pass falls incomplete. And with that, Minford turns the ball over on downs. The Mohawks, who already have a 21-point lead with 9:46 remaining in the game, will send its offense back out onto the field.
So, interesting there. Turnover on downs. Minford just seems like they've just been just a little bit out of just not being able to get their offense going tonight. I think a lot of it's just the pressure they're applying.
Yeah. This Northwest Ball Club is a very, very solid team. 1st and 10 for the Mohawks. Brown running option to the far side after faking the handoff. Triple option there. He'll pitch to Carson Christian, who is then bumped out of bounds right at the midfield stripe. Gain of 3 on the play. That'll make it 2nd down and 7.
3 yards, 2nd down, Northwest.
Love the option. Like that.
Little option play.
Mm-hmm. There might be a 4th option off of that play that we couldn't quite see there, and that would be a passing option. Fake to the back, fake the pitch, roll out right.
Little RPO action.
Keep it yourself or throw it. 4 wide for the Mohawks with the ball on the right hash mark. The give goes to Ethan Ferguson up the middle, and Ferguson's going to pound out another 3 yards to the 47-yard line of the Falcons. That'll make it 3rd down and 4, I do believe, as the clock dips under 9.5 minutes to play.
And here's the thing with what they're doing. Have you seen any negative yardage by Northwest?
It has been rare.
It's very rare. They're getting at least 4 yards per carry.
Yeah.
I'm looking at their averages, 4.6, 4.8, 5.5, 5. Like everything, that's all their averages.
It's all working for the Northwest ground game. The first couple yards of a carry, I think you have to attribute to your offensive line. The last 3 or 4 is often your running back, and both are certainly doing their part. Here's Carson Christian. And, you know, there's an example of a back running hard. He got hit there right at the line of scrimmage, but he lowered his shoulder pad level and burrowed forward and might have gotten about a half yard, maybe even a full yard out of it. It's going to be 4th down, but if you just fall forward, think about it. If you're 6 feet tall, okay, there's 6 feet in 2 yards. If you just fall forward, you're going to gain 2 yards every single play.
Yeah.
Going for it on 4th down. Give up the middle, and that's going to be a 1st down carry. It was a quarterback keeper, Jake Brown, with the 1st down run. Needed 2, gets 3, takes the ball to the 42-yard line, and moves the 6 for the Northwest Mohawks, who have a 27-6 lead with 8:22 left to play on a moving 4th quarter clock at Roy Rogers Field.
That was the big thing coming in was can Minford get enough stops and stop the running game to get them off the field? and get their offense on the field, but that just hasn't been the case tonight.
Yep, and it's not only been the Northwest offense moving the football and gobbling up clock. The Mohawk defense has been very, very good tonight against a Minford team that's got a lot of skilled players capable of making plays at any given time. Here's a give up the middle. And look at the offensive lineman get behind the stood-up ball carrier and try to push him forward. That's Ethan Ferguson, who never did get taken to the ground, I don't think. No, he never did go to the ground. His forward progress was stopped. But, man, that's such an emotional lift. When they're watching that play right there in film session, you love it when your back is never taken to the ground.
Yeah, he just keeps those legs churning and churning and churning.
What a sense of pride for your entire offensive unit. The running back and the guys blocking for him. Here's Brown pulling it out of the belly of Ferguson and keeping it, looking for some room right side. He won't find much there. Sparks over there to help with that play. There were several Minford defenders over there to limit Brown to a short gain.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking like, 6 inches, maybe a half yard?
Maybe, yeah. That was a good job there by the Minford defense. Mentioned Marty Sparks earlier. He flies around to the football. He really, really does. He's competed in an all-star game or two.
I tell you what would be interesting. Look at numbers. I know Northwest has a big line. Eastern Pike has a really big line. I kind of want to see those two lines go against each other.
Yeah. Eastern Pike, 3-time reigning SOC 1 champions.
Oh, big stop.
Yeah. Give up the middle. Minford defense stops Northwest short of the yardage to gain. That was
59.
Ferguson again, I believe.
Yeah.
Gets the ball to the 36-yard line. Maybe a gain of 1, maybe.
Yeah, I'll give him one. It was 37 where I had to mark that.
Fourth and 4.
36. Yep. And that clock just keeps on rolling.
Down to 6 minutes. We played half the fourth. That matchup that you alluded to there will not happen this year. They're not on the schedule, and with Eastern being in Division 7 and Northwest being into D5, they won't see each other in the postseason. But there's a lot of
potential.
There's a lot of corollaries between those two programs because Coach Bill Crabtree actually coached at Eastern Pike before returning to his alma mater.
Mm-hmm.
So he knows what Coach Thomason likes to do there in Beaver. We have a timeout taken by the Mohawks prior to this snap. We'll step away for 30 seconds ourselves. 27-6, the Mohawks lead Minford. This is high school football on the Breeze.
Collier Home Medical is expanding to open a second office in Grayson, Kentucky. Collier is a local durable medical equipment company providing and offering free setup of home medical equipment. Collier tends to home oxygen, portable oxygen, hospital beds, wheelchairs, rollators, walkers, and more. Collier Home Medical, now with offices at 1661 State Route 522 Wheelersburg, as well as at 146 South Carroll Malone Boulevard, Grayson. Call Berg at 740-574-0327. Phone the Grayson office to make an appointment at 740-981-6343. Collier Home Medical.
With 5:43 remaining in the ball game, the Northwest Mohawks enjoy a 27-6 lead over the visiting Minford Falcons. It's 4th down and 4 for the Mohawks with the football resting at the Minford 36-yard line. It's placed down on the right hash mark. The Mohawk offense stays out there and will go for it. Twin receivers each side, and the pass left side nearly picked off. The pass play is broken up by Minford's Curtis Glenn, incomplete, and the Mohawks turn the ball over on downs as Minford's offense is set to retake the field at the 5:39 mark of the fourth period.
I think that was a little bit of a quick snap because I don't think half the people moved. I think maybe they were off on their cadence because the ball got snapped and nobody really moved. And all of a sudden you saw the ball come flying out. And I'll tell you what, Curtis Glenn got that. He's going the other way.
Yeah, absolutely. That could have been a pick-6 opportunity there for Kurt Glenn. But he will now get ready to move over to his offensive position and quarterback the Falcons, who take the ball over from the Mohawks. Bunch receivers on each side of the field there on that last play for Northwest. Defended well by the Falcons. 5 wide for Minford here on 1st and 10. Glenn steps up in the pocket. He gets away Houdini-like from the defense, fires the ball down the far sideline, intended for Cottle, and that ball was caught. What a throw by Curtis Glenn. What a job by Glenn avoiding the sack, and what a reception downfield by the Minford Falcon receiver. Let's double check and see who that was. It was actually Donahoe.
Frazee.
Was it Frazee?
Yeah. Or was it Donahoe?
I thought it was number 7. Colt Donahoe. But anyway, a great throw by Glenn. Great catch. And now it is 1st and 10 for the Falcons with the ball resting at the 26-yard line. We've got a timeout, it looks like, with 5:27 left. We'll take a TO as well. This is high school football on the Breeze. We're back in 60.
Region's leader in youth and adolescent counseling and play therapy services. TCC plays a large role in substance abuse prevention services for area youth, providing more than 4,000 prevention services for area school-age children each year. In operation since 1981, the Counseling Center is the region's leader in behavioral health care, providing everything from substance abuse prevention and recovery to mental health counseling, primary care, vocational development, and job placement services. Learn more online at thecounselingcenter.org.
Tonight's game on Classic Brock 107.5 The Breeze is presented in part by these following sponsors: Giovanni's at the Depot and Brown Forest Products, 3D Outfitters Gun Shop, Shoemaker Sunoco, and the 139 Pizza and Dairy Bar. Be listening to high school sports all season long on 107.5 The Breeze and listen online by using the Local Happenings app.
1st and 10 for the Minford Falcons as play resumes. Another nice job by Glenn scrambling around to avoid a sack. He will heave the ball to the end zone. Incomplete, but it looks like we've got pass interference, which will be called on the Northwest Mohawks. And that'll be a 15-yard penalty. 5:17 left to play in the ball game. 27-6. Northwest leads Minford. I'm Chuck Greenslade along with Matt Payton. It is a PI called on Northwest, so that will aid the Minford cause out tremendously. Big 38-yard pass play a short while ago to get Minford onto the Northwest side of the 50, and Matt was correct. It was Carter Frazee who made that reception for the Falcons. So after the 15-yard penalty is marked off, it'll be 1st and 10 for Minford at the 13-yard line going in.
Well, they call it half distance because it's inside.
Yep, trips to the left. And here's a swing pass left side. It is caught. And the receiver made the reception.
I think that's Cottle.
Did a pirouette spin and got down to the 11.
There it is. Yeah, Cottle.
Gain of 2. That'll make it 2nd down and 8.
From the 11?
Yep.
Minford in a hurry.
Yeah, you know, down by 21, it would take a miracle, but those have happened on occasion. Here's Glenn over the middle, pass incomplete. And that was a really nice job by Jake Brown coming up and making a really good hit on the intended receiver, which was Colt Donahoe. Brown has timed up a couple really good licks tonight, arriving at the receiver at the same time the ball has.
He's done a really great job breaking towards the ball.
Done a nice job directing this Mohawk offense tonight as well.
Combined 200-plus yards, rushing and passing.
Certainly a candidate for one of our post-game awards. Please stick around for that. 27-6 is where we stand here with 4:35 remaining. Northwest leading Minford, but Minford with a little something going. 3rd down and 8. Only question is it too little, too late? 2 receivers to the left. A tight end and a wing to the right. One back in the backfield with Glenn. He leaks out to the left, and he is the intended recipient of that pass from Glenn. Gets past him incomplete, and that will bring up 4th down. That's Peyton Cottle over there who was the intended receiver.
He had a little bit of a convoy out there, but a little too high.
Minford actually jumped out to the early lead in this game, scored on the first possession of the game, marched right down the field.
Yeah, it was a 39-yard touchdown pass from Glenn to Donahoe.
And boy, it looked like it was going to be a good night for the Falcons at that point. But since then, 27 unanswered by Coach Bill Crabtree's Mohawks. Empty set, 5 wide, 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Glenn wanting to throw on 4th and 8. Fires back in the end zone. Incomplete. He sure was. Had a receiver open up in the left corner. And Glenn just couldn't get it to him. So that will be a turnover on downs for the Minford Falcons. And the Northwest defense finds a way to hold again.
Nice play design. It was there.
That was Frazee, the intended receiver of that pass. He was the one that made the big 38-yard reception earlier in that drive, but it comes to an end inside of the Quality Heating and Air red zone as it will be Northwest football now at the Mohawks' own 11.
Time possession right now, Chuck. 29 minutes and 27 seconds for Northwest to 13 minutes for the Minford Falcons.
High formation for Northwest. Give up the middle, back bounces it out to the left. That looks to be Carter Christian. He'll be brought down just shy of the 15-yard line. They'll give him the 14. That's a gain of 3 to bring up second down and 7. We do have a final score to share with you. The West Senators triumphant tonight as they pick up a 41-7 win at Waverly.
That's a big win.
It really is.
And that all sounds like the offense offense has put up some points lately.
Yeah. West certainly needed that one.
We saw them, week 2? Or
week 1 and week 2.
I was impressed with
the way
picked
up that thrilling win against Fairland in the opening week and lost a heartbreaker against Portsmouth in week 2. Lost another heartbreaker a week later against Hillsborough. Big hit by Minford defender Bryce McLaughlin, who drops the running back.
And that's not a small running back. That's Dominic Stone.
Yeah, a loss of 1 on the play, I believe, to the 13-yard line. That's going to make it 3rd down and 8. That's just a good job of getting low and tackling with precision. Good form. Nice play by Bryce McLaughlin, the 6'1", 205-pound junior. And no, the ball carrier is not small. We've talked about Dominic Stone and his size. 230 pounds, 5'10". He's a senior. 3rd down and 8, as mentioned, for the Mohawks with just under 3 minutes left. Trying to milk all of the clock that the Mohawks possibly can. Here's Jake Brown. Finding room right side, and he's going to be brought down a couple yards shy of the first down. It was Marty Sparks finishing off that tackle, riding the Mohawk quarterback to the ground right around the 20-yard line. And that will make it 4th down and 1 after the 7-yard pickup.
Northwest has not punted yet tonight. I do believe, have they? Let me look. And?
I don't recollect one.
Nope, no punting tonight.
Will that change here? Coach Crabtree might run this play clock down and take a timeout, maybe. But as I say that, Jake Brown now goes to the huddle. 10 seconds on the play clock. Northwest coming to the line of scrimmage. 5 seconds. Will the Mohawks snap the ball? Yes, sir. No, it's a quick kick. Jake Brown, the quarterback, with the quick kick. That hits at the 45-yard line of the Mohawks and then rolls into Minford territory before being downed at the 48. Pretty good play.
Nice little quick kick. I haven't seen one of those in a while.
Been a hot minute, hasn't it? So the Minford Falcons offense will return to the field with one more opportunity to try to get a few more points on the scoreboard before this game is through. The Mohawks appear to be well on their way to picking up their 3rd win of the season, which would make them 3-2 overall. This would be the first Southern Ohio Conference win of the year for Coach Bill Crabtree's ball club, which would even their SOC mark at 1-1.
38-yard punt on that quick kick.
Here's Glenn in the gun. Takes a snap. Aiden Armbrister bringing pressure.
He just
look at Armbrister and his defensive cohort supplying the pressure, forcing Glenn to throw that ball before he wanted to with nobody open. And it wasn't just Armbrister in the backfield applying the pressure to Glenn. Also back there aiding with that cause was Caden Kazee, and he's not too small either. He's listed at 5'10", 245 pounds. He is a junior.
Man, he has a motor on him too, but I tell you what, it was Armbrister who just, I mean, it was, as soon as that ball snapped, he beat the guy off the left tackle.
And you know, he didn't make a beeline, Armbrister didn't, at a bad angle toward Curtis Glenn. It almost looked like he was covering a punt or a kickoff and staying in his lane. So many times you see a defender make a straight shot right at the quarterback, which allows the quarterback then to spin around and reverse course, and Armbrister didn't allow that to happen. Here's the pass, nearly picked off. Ethan Ferguson almost had himself a pick there as that Kirkland pass was intended over on the far sideline for Peyton Cottle, I do believe.
Yep. And here's what's interesting. So, you want a fun fact of Aiden Armbrister?
You know I love fun facts. Don't act like you don't. Come on.
He was a running back in junior high. Can you imagine? I've watched him play in junior high against some teams, and it was watching him run downhill. He looked like me or like a grown man. Just, I mean, he was just like, doof, doof, doof. I mean, I imagine like Jerome Bettis style, just plowing kids over. They were unstoppable. Turn around, hand it to him, he's gone.
I can believe that. Absolutely. 3rd down and 10 for the Falcons. 4 wide, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Curtis Glenn takes the snap, setting up a screen to Peyton Cottle, who makes reception, cuts back, has a first down inside the 40. Nice play here by the Falcons as Cottle takes the ball down to around the 30-yard line, and Jake Brown comes over to make a nice hit at the tail end of that play, but not before a pickup of 20-plus on that screen.
Where's that marked at?
Want to spot him at the 30-yard line, right at the 30.
22 yards. And that's what I kind of wanted to see more of a little bit, with more of that screen game, but Jake Brown's just been shadowing Peyton Cottle.
Glenn takes a snap, rolls left, fires back across the body. What a beautiful reception over there by Minford receiver Carter Frazee. He was able to pluck that ball out of the air right on the sideline and then toe tap, getting both feet down for the catch. In high school and college, you only need one, but he made that reception NFL style, it appeared. That was a really nice throw and catch. Takes the ball to the 18-yard line, pickup of a dozen. With that, Minford has moved back into the Quality Heating and Air red zone. Quality Heating and Air can be found on Route 52 in Colgrove. Just over a minute left. A receiver and a wing and a tight end to the right. 2 receivers to the left. Glenn wanting to throw. Pressure coming. Glenn steps up in the pocket. Glenn fires, throws, left side. Pass caught over on the far sideline. And the receiver is then wrestled out of bounds. That was Mason Bailey making that catch for Minford. And let's see who that defender was over there to wrestle him out of bounds. I believe that was Chandler Wyrick. Number 18?
Possibly. So
Carson Christian also in that area.
I saw Christian over there first.
30 seconds left before we get ready for post-game coverage. Only question is, what will the final score be? Glenn in the pocket. Has time this go-around. Fires back in the end zone. Caught. Beautiful throw. Nice catch. It's Wyatt Swick on the receiving end of that 18-yard TD toss. Swick is a 6'1", 195-pound freshman. Boy, it's amazing what you can do with a little time when you're not running for your life, huh?
Yeah, I mean, that's a huge thing.
That was a great job there by Curtis Glenn. And he hung in the pocket. That was an NFL-type play. Quarterback in the pocket and waiting for the receiver's route to develop. And on that particular play there, Glenn had a little extra time to do some great things. And he does. 2. Down 27-12 with 20 seconds left. Why not? Glenn takes a snap, fires end zone, pass incomplete. Intended for Swick again on the slant, but this time they are unable to hook up. Score stays at 27-12. Timeout on the field. We're back in 30 seconds on Classic Rock 107.5 The Breeze.
Since 1964, Little Septic Service Little serves Pike, Scioto, and all surrounding counties. Besides installing septic systems and cleaning out septic tanks, Little's does septic system renewal permit inspections. So when you receive a letter from your local health department telling you it's renewal time, just call Little Septic Service at 740-574-2033. From little problems to major issues, you can depend on Little Septic Service.
With 20 seconds remaining in the contest, there has been a change in the score. Changes happen quick, especially when you get your tires changed at Bob and Floyd's on Chillicothe Street in Portsmouth. I'm Chuck Greenslade along with Matt Payton. It is now 27-12. Northwest lead over visiting Minford has been trimmed to 15 points, but the Mohawks still definitely well on their way to picking up their 3rd win of the season and 1st within the SOC. Look for another onside kick here, I would presume, and that will give some of these bigger Northwest linemen on the front line an opportunity to showcase the hands yet again, possibly. They've got Aiden Armbrister out there on the front line.
That's your
Dominic
Webb.
Stone. Yep, that's your Webb. Let's see if the ball goes their way. Here is Borland's approach. It is a squibber. It gets by the first wave of players on the kickoff team and is picked up by Austin Smith. Smith from the right side of the field brings it back to the left. He crosses midfield into Minford territory and will stay on his feet around the 35, cuts back to the 30 and is brought down around the 28-yard line. Great run back and perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle by Minford's Tanner Smith, a 5'8", 238-pound sophomore, but a very nifty run by Mohawk Austin Smith, who's a 5'10", 155-pound senior.
That's a good way to, if you'll end it on that one, that's a good way to end it.
Over 50 yards on that return. 1st and 10 for the Mohawks at the 28-yard line. Only 7 seconds left. I would think one snap, one knee, and ball game.
I believe that's what we're looking at.
Minford will drop to 2-3 overall, 1-1 within the league. Northwest, 3-2 overall, 1-1 in conference play. Jake Brown, who's had an excellent game tonight, takes a snap, drops to a knee, and the final seconds will tick away. The Mohawks win it tonight over Minford, 27-12, 2 straight wins in this series for Northwest. Post-game coverage coming your way next. You've been listening to High School Football on Classic Rock 107.5 The Breeze. We're back in 4. We're back in 4.
Hi, I'm Nancy Hawk, the owner of Real Estate Gallery. I'm inviting you to contact any of our professional realtors for all of your real estate needs, or visit our website at realestategallery.com. Real Estate Gallery Incorporated, Portsmouth and Wheelersburg.
Real Estate Gallery, we'll be there every step of the way. Real Estate Gallery.
We at Swick Bentley Funeral Home want to help you celebrate the life that inspired you. Whether you have lost a loved one or want to pre-plan your own services, we are here to help. We can help you plan traditional burial or a cremation service, and our staff will work to ease the burden a loss leaves. We may be reached by phone at 564133 or email at info@sbentleyfh.com. And to all our local athletes, play hard and stay safe.
The Glockner family of dealerships offers the top brands: Chevrolet, GMC, Honda, Toyota, Ford, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram. Glockner has an amazing selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. Ask about the Glockner Guarantee. 12-month, 12,000-mile new vehicle premier coverage and 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage included on qualifying used makes and models. Credit issues? No problem. Glockner Auto Credit will finance your future, not your past. Shop online at Glockner.com. At Glockner, we make it easy. High school football on this Total Media Group station is presented by Portsmouth Block and Portsmouth Building Supply, People's Bank, Real Estate Gallery, Conley Trucking and Conley River Terminal, the Scioto County Career Technical Center, Carpenters Local Union 437, the Glockner family of dealerships, Gamps John Deere and Convenience Store, SOMC, Portsmouth Insurance, Monroe's Frame and Collision, the McKinley Funeral Home, as well as Collier Companies. Adeline Hobbs is a junior band member from Northwest who is in the carpentry. Don't spend thousands of dollars on marketing that doesn't work. Appalachian Marketing Media can grow your business with targeted marketing strategies, tactics, and resources that actually do work. Appalachian Marketing Media sells market-friendly websites that are designed to convert traffic into clients. Appalachian Marketing Media provides superior customer service and will quickly respond to any of your website needs. With packages starting at $2,000, contact Appalachian Marketing Media on Facebook and learn more on their website. High school football on this Total Media Group station is presented by Portsmouth Block and Portsmouth Building Supply, People's Bank, the Real Estate Gallery, Little's Septic Service, Little's Grease Trap Removal, Little's Excavating, and Mr. Reuter Plumbing, the Counseling Center, Clark's Pump and Shop, First State Bank, the Minford IGA, Westside IGA, and Westside Hardware, Appalachian Marketing Media, and Dyer Insurance.
Gamps Corner, Route 140 in Slocum, is the perfect way to start the day. The BP convenience store opens the doors at 5:30 with home-cooked breakfast, coffee, and that first smile of the day. Everything from groceries, pop, candy, bread, milk, or fertilizer. They've even got an ATM for fast cash. Starting at 11 o'clock, enjoy delicious homemade pizza cooked to order. And remember, the BP convenience store will also deliver your home heating, fuel, and kerosene. Your one-stop shop for everything is the BP convenience store, Route 140 in Slocum, where it's good and green both sides of the street.
Why is Southern Ohio Medical Center Urology Associates the perfect choice for you? It starts with the expert care of board-certified urologist Dr. Stephen Willems, followed by a variety of procedures offered right in the office, which means no hospital stay and a quicker recovery. Along with general urology care, SOMC Urology Associates also offers the latest in advanced treatments for enlarged prostate, including urolift and aquablation, board-certified expertise, and the latest procedures in prostate care. SOMC Urology Associates is the perfect choice. Call us at 740-356-4URO today.
Monroe's Frame and Collision and now Wheel Alignment knows that good luck on the field can sometimes turn into bad luck in the parking lot. Well, if that happens to you, just know that Monroe's Frame and Collision is there from big bangs to little dings and have been doing it for 30 years. Monroe's commitment to you, the customer, is evident when you speak with any one of the Monroe's technicians or staff. Monroe's makes you feel as comfortable as possible and are always readily available and happy to answer any of all questions and your inquiries. Monroe's Frame Collision and now Wheel Alignment.
It's time for the Minford Telephone Minford TV postgame show. Now let's go back to our game site for tonight's game.
Your final score tonight, the Northwest Mohawks defeat the Minford Falcons 27-12 on homecoming night at Roy Rogers Field in McDermott. It's time for the Minford Telephone Company post-game show. For over 100 years, the Minford Telephone Company has proudly served the area with its communications needs. Today, the Minford Telephone Company provides fiber fast internet, TV, and telephone service on the area's only locally owned fiber optic network. Call the Minford Telephone Company at 740-820-2151 and talk to a real live and local person, or visit their website at falcon1.net for more information. Fast fiber local, the way it should be. The Minford Telephone Company. Great showing for the Northwest Mohawks tonight as Coach Bill Crabtree's ball club runs its record to 3-2 overall, 1-1 within the Southern Ohio Conference Division 2. Minford drops to 2-3 on the season and falls to 1-1 within conference play. Both these teams will be back in action next week. For the Northwest Mohawks, they will be back at home to host the Valley Indians, while the Minford Falcons will be on the road for the second straight week, actually the third straight week, visiting the West Senators. That's what's ahead for these two ball clubs next weekend, moving into the second half of the regular season. While our final is 27-12 in favor of the Mohawks, here's some other final scores to share. Wheelersburg defeated Valley tonight, 52-7. The Pirates remain unbeaten, improving to 5-0. The Portsmouth Trojans drop a tough one at home to the Coal Grove Hornets. 20-14 was the final. The Ironton Fighting Tigers were triumphant this evening over Jackson, 49-10. The West Senators went to Waverly and prevailed 41-7. West gets the W. South Gallia was triumphant over Oak Hill tonight, 40-7. Unioto shut out Piketon, 47-0. Here's some other scores. These games have not gone final, to our knowledge anyway. Fairland was leading the Gallia Academy, 28-13 last report. Rock Hill was up on South Point, 16-15. Sims Valley was in front of Fairfield Christian, 21-12. Belpre was leading Green, 49-0. Grandview Heights had a 27-2 lead over the Chesapeake Panthers, and Greenup County was leading Fleming County, last we heard, 38-8. We do have a final for Major League Baseball. The Cincinnati Reds take down the Chicago Cubs 7-4 tonight at Great American Ballpark. Those two will play tomorrow. That'll be a 6:40 first pitch. You'll be able to hear that game on Fox Sportsmouth 95.7 FM. Right now, the Reds are a game and a half out in the National League wild card race, but the Mets have not finished up their game tonight. That's who Cincinnati is chasing. You also have the Giants and the Diamondbacks right there nipping on the heels of both the Mets and the Reds. So a lot of scoreboard watching going on for Reds fans from around the country. Cincinnati does do its part tonight, though, and picks up a 7-4 win over the Cubbies. Let's take a 2-minute timeout. When we return, we will check the final stats from tonight's 27-12 Northwest victory over the Minford Falcons. This is the Minford Telephone Company postgame show on Classic Rock 107.5 The Breeze.
Minford Telephone and TV, the local choice, the best choice. Your internet experts with fiber fast efficiency. Generations of exceptional service. Stay connected with a legacy. Online at falcon1.net. Minford Telephone and TV, the local choice, the best choice.
Why does a church exist? This is Pastor Ryan Brown for the Calvary Baptist Church, and I'd like to reveal to you that our church exists to bring people to Jesus Christ, to tell them of a Savior who loves them and gave his life for them on the cross at Calvary, conquered death, rose up from the grave, and made salvation possible for every person. If you have questions about this person named Jesus Christ, come see us. Visit becausefcalvary.com and be our guest at Calvary Baptist Church.
High school football on this Total Media Group station is presented by Portsmouth Block and Portsmouth Building Supply, People's Bank, the Real Estate Gallery, Conley Trucking and Conley River Terminal, the Scioto County Career Technical Center, Carpenters Local Union 437, the Glockner family of dealerships, Gamps John Deere and Convenience Store, SOMC, Portsmouth Insurance, Monroe's Frame and Collision, the McKinley Funeral Home, as well as Collier Companies.
KC Printing and Promotionals is teamed with Hometown Radio Sports to help you own some of your team's favorite moments.
What a throw! What a catch! Open for a three. Got it!
Most games heard on WNXT and WZZZ are recorded and archived and can be put onto a sports-friendly, state-of-the-art flash stick available for you to purchase. To inquire about purchasing a game heard on WNXT or WZZZ, call 740-353-1161.
27-12, your final score tonight. The Northwest Mohawks defeat the Minford Falcons. This is the Minford Telephone Company post-game show. I'm Chuck Greenslade along with Matt Payton. Matt, let's go ahead and have a rundown of the final stats from this evening's contest.
All right, Chuck. First, we'll go with the visitors on the scoreboard, the Minford Falcons. Falcons finished with 10 first downs on the evening. They had 6 passing, 4 rushing. They were 2 of 8 on third down efficiency and 0 for 3 on fourth down. They finished with 191 total yards of offense, with 149 yards passing and 42 yards rushing. Only had 1 penalty for 10 yards, and they finished time possessed in 16 minutes and 1 second. Individual stats, Curtis Glenn was 12 of 25 passing for 49 and a touchdown. Wyatt Swick, 1 for 10 and a touchdown. Now, let's take a look at the team stats. Oh, sorry, forgot rushing stats from Minford. Ty Borland had 1 carry for 0 yards. Peyton Cottle, 4 carries for 13. And Curtis Glenn, 12 carries for 29 yards. Now, let's talk about the Northwest Mohawks. Mohawks finished with 22 first downs on the evening, so outgained them by 12 first downs.
Wow.
They had 5 passing, 17 rushing. They were 8 of 15 on third down conversions, so almost over 50% on third downs, pretty good. 3 of 5 on fourth down. They had 362 yards of total offense, with 117 yards passing and 245 yards on the ground. 5 penalties for the Mohawks for 46 yards, and their time possession ended up being 31 minutes and 59 seconds. So it's 31:59 to 16:01. That's almost double.
Yes, it sure is.
Actually, it is double, pretty much. Yeah,
it's incredible.
10 of 17 passing for Jake Brown on the evening for 117 yards and 2 touchdowns. His receiving targets, Austin Smith, 1 for 9. Nate Fry, 1 for 0. Orion Ellis, 3 catches, 62 yards and a touchdown. And Carson Christian, 5 catches, 46 yards and a touchdown. Individual rushing for the Mohawks, Carson Christian, 8 carries, 32 yards, a 4-yard average. Dominic Stone, 3 carries for 9 yards, a 3-yard average. Ethan Ferguson, 17 carries, 88 yards, a 5.17 average, and a touchdown. And Jake Brown, 25 carries, 117 yards, 4.67 average, and a touchdown. And Chuck, there's one more important stat, and it happened in one play.
It sure did. It's the turnover report, which is a service of the Barrett Murphy Insurance Agency at 1031 Gallia Street in Portsmouth. Isn't it time you turned your insurance needs over to Barrett Murphy? Give Dan Cassidy a call at 740-353-3121.
Final turnover count was 1-1. And it happened the same exact play. It was that fumble that was by Peyton Cottle, picked up by Carson Christian. And then Carson Christian fumbled on his return, picked up by Peyton Cottle. So that was the only turnover of the night.
That's going to be Exhibit A when coaches try to preach to their players to never give up on a play. That was a really great effort play by Peyton Cottle. The ball was put on the ground a few other times tonight, but those were the only 2 instances where it actually changed possessions. Remember our fumble recoveries every evening, we bring you high school football across the Total Media Group of Portsmouth, are sponsored by Hope Source. Start your recovery today by calling 740-353-HOPE. Thank you, Matt. 27-12. Again, the final score tonight. Northwest gets the win over Minford. We'll take our final timeout and be back to look at our upcoming broadcast schedule and name tonight's award winners. This is the Minford Telephone Company postgame show on Classic Rock 107.5 The Breeze. Our final break to come.
High school football on this Total Media Group station is presented by Portsmouth Block and Portsmouth Building Supply, People's Bank, the Real Estate Gallery, Little's Septic Service, Little's Grease Trap Removal, Little's Excavating, and Mr. Reuter Plumbing, the Counseling Center, Clark's Pump and Shop, First State Bank, the Minford IGA, Westside IGA, and Westside Hardware, Appalachian Marketing Media, and Dyer Insurance. When in the market for retaining wall block, visit Portsmouth Block. Portsmouth Block manufactures several types of retaining wall block, including a brand known as Keystone Compact 3 Regency. Loved by those who buy it and install it, Keystone Compact is trusted by architects, engineers, and contractors around the world, as it artfully delivers a beautiful pattern, both gorgeous and efficient. Visit Portsmouth Block at 2700 Gallia Street in Portsmouth and look for Keystone Compact retaining wall block, manufactured right in Portsmouth. Online at portsmouthblock.com.
The Northwest Mohawks triumphed tonight over the Minford Falcons 27-12. This is the Minford Telephone Company postgame show. For over 100 years, the Minford Telephone Company has proudly served the area with its communications needs. Today, the Minford Telephone Company provides fiber fast internet, TV, and telephone service on the area's only locally owned fiber optic network. Call the Minford Telephone Company at 740-820-2151 and talk to a real live and local person, or visit their website at falcon1.net for more information. Fast fiber local, the way it should be. The Minford Telephone Company. Awards are coming up here in just a moment. First, let's take a look at our upcoming broadcast schedule, known as the Glockner Family of Dealerships Glance toward the future. We know that you sometimes can't make it out to the game, but just as Glockner makes the car buying process easy, the WZZZ and WNXT sports teams makes listening to high school sports easy. When buying a vehicle is in your future, visit the Glockner family of dealerships, which include Glockner Chevrolet GMC of Portsmouth, Glockner Honda Toyota in Portsmouth, Glockner Chevrolet GMC of Ironton, Glockner Dodge Chrysler Jeep and Ram, with dealerships in both Portsmouth and Ashland, Glockner Ford of South Point, and Glockner Auto Credit, with 6 locations throughout the tri-state area to best serve you. Those Glockner Auto Credits can be found in Portsmouth, South Point, Waverly, Jackson, Chillicothe, as well as in Ashland, Kentucky. Shop your next vehicle online anytime by logging on to Glockner.com. Looking ahead to next week, it's week number 6. The second half of the regular season begins. We will have a total of 4 games for you across the Total Media Group of Portsmouth platform. Here on Classic Rock 107.5 The Breeze, you'll be able to hear the Minford Falcons play at the West Senators. On Mix 99.3, the Wheelersburg Pirates will host the Ironton Fighting Tigers. 2 good teams there, no doubt about it. I think everybody knows both those 2 teams are good. The only question is Wheelersburg, Ironton good?
Which orange and blacks will come out in round 1 probably of this matchup.
That's very true. There's a good chance they'll meet a second time. Chesapeake at Portsmouth will be our game on Fox Sportsmouth 95.7 FM and on WNXT2. Using the Local Happenings app, you'll be able to hear the Valley Indians play right here at Roy Rogers Field in McDermott against the Northwest Mohawks. That is our Week 6 schedule, and that is our Glockner family of dealerships glance toward the future. Pretty fun week to look forward to coming up next Friday. Some good games there. Well, our final task tonight is naming our award winners. The Carpenters Local Union 437 congratulates the Northwest Mohawks on constructing a great effort this evening with hard work, skill, and precision. A Carpenters Local Union 437 t-shirt will be presented to the Northwest Mohawks so their coaches can determine a worthy recipient. Maybe it was a starter who shined, possibly a scout team player who helped prepare the varsity, or maybe a manager who provided some inspiration. Cheerleader, band member, teacher, counselor, whatever the case might be, open canvas here for the coaches to decide. It does take the whole team. To learn more about joining your local Carpenters Union, contact Trampus Puckett at Carpenters Local 437 and construct a great life for you and your family.
Could be homecoming queen. You
Could
never
be
know.
homecoming queen. That's right. That is absolutely right. Next up, we've got the Gamps John Deere Outstanding Run of the Game, with the winner receiving a certificate for a T-shirt from Camps John Deere. That's Gamps John Deere, located on Route 140 in Slocum. Matt, we had a bunch of good runs tonight. It looks like this evening we are going to go with Carson Christian of the Northwest Mohawks.
And I'm sure you probably know which one I'm talking about. It was a 31-yard touchdown, catch and run. But he actually covered about 85 to 90 yards because he caught it on the right side of the field, very close to the sideline, went all the way back across the field and scored on the other side. A lot of yards covered on that play.
Whenever you start out a game wearing one jersey, it gets ripped off of you and you have to switch to another. You know you're running hard.
Yeah, well, I mean, also, I had him as number 2 in my thing. He comes out,
came out number 1.
And then at halftime, he's wearing number 4.
Number 4.
So
maybe the number 1 jersey got ripped off too, and we just didn't know it.
Maybe it happened in pregame. They tried. I don't know. Maybe he just hulked out in the pregame and it just ripped. I don't know. But I tell you what, the kid can play.
The kid can play.
The kid can definitely play.
Yes, he can. He lost his helmet a few times in the first half too. Get the boy some equipment that will stay on his body. Maybe he runs so fast he runs out of it. I don't know.
Ask Coach Crabtree tomorrow if he's got up his equipment bill for him.
I'm telling you, these uniforms are expensive, and Carson's going through them. But if he continues to run the ball and make plays like he did tonight, that'll be no problem whatsoever here in Mohawk country. He was a key part of tonight's 27-12 Northwest win over Minford. He gets the Gamps John Deere Outstanding Run of the game. Next up, we've got the Portsmouth Block Big Block of the game, presented by Portsmouth Block at 2700 Gallia Street and Portsmouth Building Supply at 1740 Gallia Street. Both are located in Portsmouth. This is going to go to Aiden Armbrister. So many of the great Mohawk runs tonight were run behind big number 77.
How many times have you seen a tackle pull?
It can be tough. It can be tough. As effective as he pulled.
Yeah, and I mean, that's what's insane. Like, I've only seen a few tackles actually successfully be pulled from the right side to the left, and it was incredible. Like, he's just the man-child. And then defensively, just was a monster tonight, but great job by him. And you could tell anytime he was, wherever he was, they're going to follow right behind 77. But also, credit that whole line. They all did a heck of a job tonight.
Yep. And I hope Aiden's mom enjoys the T-shirt that we're going to give him, because it's probably not big enough for Aiden to wear, but we're going to give it to him.
Hey, he can always wear his, like, a crop top when he's working out or something.
There you go, do-rag, whatever the case might be. Good job, Aiden Armbrister. Next up, we've got the Monroe's Framing Collision Big Collision of the game. The winner receives a T-shirt designating him as being the big hitter of tonight's contest. This courtesy of Kevin Monroe. There were a lot of big hits tonight, both sides. We're going to hook Minford's Bryce McLaughlin up with this award.
Yeah, McLaughlin finished with 13 tackles. He had a big tackle for loss there on 4th down as well. Had a big hit on Dominic Stone I saw as well. Jake Brown had a couple of good pops too, but he's got another award, I believe, coming. But great job at McLaughlin. He had a lot of fire tonight, especially in that linebacker position. Got a cramp early and then came back and finished the rest of the game. I didn't see him cramp up the rest of the time.
Nor did I. Came back with a vengeance after that too. We were really on the fence between he and Marty Sparks. Both those Minford linebackers did a really good night. Both finished with 13 tackles. Both worthy recipients. But, kudos to both of them. They did a nice job.
Yeah, they really did a good job patrolling that middle level of defense for the Falcons.
Especially when you got 280-pound linemen coming at you every play with hard running backs like Jake Brown and Ethan Ferguson right behind them. That's tough task, for sure. They did a nice job. Next, and finally, we've got the Roger and Snuffy Player of the Game, presented by Collier Companies in honor of longtime area sports broadcasters Roger Gray and Jim Snuffy Smith. Collier Companies is located on Collier Corner at 1661 State Route 522 in the Berg, and consists of Collier Construction and Collier Leasing, as well as Collier Safety, Collier Medical, and Collier Home Medical Services. Besides presenting the Roger and Snuffy Player of the Game, Collier's will also provide a $50 gift card from the Scioto River to any defender who forces a safety. We didn't have that tonight, but we do have our player of the game, and the recipient of this award tonight, the Roger Gray and Jim Snuffy Smith Player of the Game, presented by Collier Companies, is going to go to Northwest Mohawk quarterback and defensive back Jake Brown.
Jake Brown had a tremendous night. 10 of 17 passing for 117 yards and 2 touchdowns. Running the ball, though, he had 25 carries for 117 yards, a 4.67 average, and a touchdown. But he even had some big plays defensively. He broke up a lot of passes and just came up and timed up things perfectly to disrupt some receptions. And I think that's probably one of the biggest keys to the defense of Mohawks was him playing that secondary position. Really kept Peyton Cottle in check tonight, and that's a huge factor in this game. I don't think will get talked about enough. But, man, he had a heck of a ball game tonight. And I'll tell you what, the young man, he may not look it at first, like he's just long, tall, but he's a football player. We had two great quarterbacks as football players tonight, and they got after it tonight and gave it all in their field. But Jake Brown, great job. Enjoy the award. And I'm sure if he gets back on the radio, he probably got a couple more coming.
Yeah, and he'll be back on the radio next week, as a matter of fact, when Northwest hosts Valley, and a contest can be heard on WNXT2 using the Local Happenings app. Speaking of that platform, you can listen to WNXT2 using the Local Happenings app on your smartphone tomorrow morning starting at 9 o'clock to listen to the Saturday Morning Sports Line Coaches Show. Be sure and check that out. If you don't have the Local Happenings app, my boy Ryan Schiesser is asking, well, why not? It's a free download from the App Store. Just go there and get that Local Happenings app, and you can hear all of our Total Media Group of Portsmouth stations.
Find out what's happening locally.
What's happening locally with the Local Happenings app. Matt, you just wrote a commercial. You're a genius. Gee whiz, that's good stuff. Good stuff tonight for the Northwest Mohawks. They win it over the Minford Falcons 27-12. A big thank you to all of our sponsors which made tonight's broadcast possible. Couldn't do it without them. Thanks to the folks from Appalachian Marketing Media supplying the video stream. Thank you to our studio engineer tonight, Gregory Tackett. And most importantly, thanks to each and every one of you who tuned in tonight to hear the Northwest Mohawks pick up a 27-12 victory